of the smooth operator. Shawty on repeat, I say sleep later. This another favor, consider me your neighbor. Lost a lot of fam in pursuit of the paper. She gon' catch the vapors when we slide by. The way I speak my mind, it's like I peak my prime, but I ain't close. I cruise through the night air, fantasy a dream, real world is a nightmare. Like Claire battling the brainless, learn to live shameless. Talk about me alive, but claim that I'm nameless. You aimless, so I'ma style on them. They washed up, it's a rap, throw the towel on them. Gaining miles on them, otakus for the win. Tacos, it depend on the mood that I'm in. Like Finn when it's time for adventure. This some new blue, get ready to enter my mind for a few. Come and take a ride with the crew. I'ma show you how to recoup days lost when you vibe with the blue. Come vibe with the blue. Yeah. About time to regroup. Fly, got my eyes on the view. Never hear lies, only truth. Realize why they vibe with the blue. 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 Vibe with the vibe with the sky. Wait, you know the rest. I'm blessed. I see you frontin' like you ain't impressed, but I still get requests. I'm playing Zelda on the GameCube. I quit spamming my music. Don't ever try forcing the links. That's a high rule. The wind waker, Mother Nature on my side too, controlling the elements. Go and check my avatar. I'm arrows ahead. Get the point moving forward. The battle scars accumulated over time are reminders of what I went through as a minor, but made me a grinder. The trees broke down for this loose leaf. If life's a game of death, I'm Bruce Lee. Ooh wee, lose sleep on the regular, trying to get this word out. Then I crash nebula. Wish I had a very odd parent, maybe two, but it's cool. Everybody pays dues. Now it's time to make moves. Granny didn't raise me to lose. Think I'm in the mood for a cruise. Wonder why? Come and vibe with the blue. Come 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 vibe with the. Check this out, y'all. I'm back spazzing like the elderly. Worth of my cousin Beverly. Never swear away from the truth. Just ask Heather. Be weather, be tripping. Starting to control like our destiny. Always give you the best of me until the death of me. My weaponry is a paintbrush. Hush, don't tell my secret. They get a hold of it. If you leak it, get it. It's cool. Got you covered though, look. But let me get back to that cool-ish, loose-ish. Why they still lying? They don't do this bad at board games. Whole world clueless, selling they soul for Roof Chris. Who's this honored fella? Need a sliced extra mozzarella. Crew fly, let God propellers. Humanity born like they don't trust fun. Why you dodge the teller? You don't know, but my odds are better. Life's a gamble, depending on who holding the cards. You can start living at large or it's bon voyage. Charge it to the game. Me and you ain't the same. I'm thinking bigger pictures. Why you still shrinking the frame? Ever blink in the rain? It helps when your eyes dry. Mob with the bright minds. Think you funny, wise guy? Midnight marauder with a new tribe. Tired of the fake. Come and vibe with the blue sky. Come vibe with the blue sky. Why do you try? We get them high. Take them high. What I do? Come vibe with the blue. Yeah. Come vibe with the blue. Cash, what up? Vibe with the. Wise grass only greener when it's fertilized. Gave them truth in these songs, they prefer to lies. Destiny beautiful, adrift in her purple eyes. You can't see me, you Stevie. Wondering how I reach more evolutions than Evie and make it look easy. Dream on, yeah. Dream on, dream weaver. Dream
What is up, Earth's mightiest subscribers? It's Ernie, Blerd Without Fear, got the homie, Carter Presents. Welcome to episode 217 of the Blerd Cave, #1 comic book news stream on this or any other Earth in the multiverse. You can also catch on Spotify, Amazon Music, iHeartRadio, Google Play, or whatever the hell they call it these days, Apple. If you have a cell phone of some sort or another, you can probably find it on there somewhere. That said, if you do listen on those platforms, be sure to leave us a rating. Really helps us find more listeners like yourself. We got a pretty... Well, I feel like we say this all the time. We got a pretty jam-packed show today. But, that said, Carter, how are you doing?
I need to upgrade my computer.
Why?
Because I've been looking at a lot of people that have been playing Remnant 2.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm starting to... Well, number one is, when I bought a PC, I was using console gamer logic. So I thought I would be able to have that one PC, not like a 10-year console cycle, but I can have it for a little minute. But with me being new to this whole PC universe stuff,
PC Master Race?
Well, it can't be that much of a master because it's switching. If the masters switch every year with all these damn graphics cards, I did not know new graphics cards came out so frequently.
Oh, yeah, they got their... by the time I got a 3090, they had the 4090s out like less than a year later.
Which... that confuses it. The long and short of it is, I kind of left Remnant 2 alone. I mean, I got 40 fucking hours in the thing, but now that I can see how many frames I'm getting because of Steam, and then seeing what now, I have read up that everyone on PC is having issues, but I think just because I'm like, it came out in 2019, but there've already been like 4 or 5 new graphics cards that come. So it's just like, dude, this is gonna be a pain. This would be a pain in the ass to keep up with.
I mean, I respect it because I've been playing Remnant 2 with you, but which, by the way, shout out to, I don't want to put their name out there because I don't know if, because their profile on Steam is private, so I assume they don't want people just blowing them up. But I'll put it this way. Shout out to the homie, the random on Remnant 2 on Steam, who helped me and Robo get through one particular dungeon. And not so much the dungeon, because the dungeon wasn't difficult, but taught me how many secrets were in that damn dungeon. Shout out to you. You know who you are. You know who you are. Or no, I'll just say, I think I don't know how to say their name. That's also the other problem. I think it's like, I don't know. I think it's Aventus. But shout out to Aventus or Evinsuz, whatever your name is. Whoever you are a saint, a scholar, and wow, I had no idea that there were that many false walls in one place. But no, I've been playing Baldur's Gate 3 as well. And something I've noticed that Baldur's Gate 3 does that no other game that I have been playing recently does is, I'll pull the curtain back a little bit. Blerd Without Fear is a multitasker. I'm weird that way. When I am doing one thing, I'm usually doing something else at the same time. Otherwise, my brain shuts down. Like, I need constant stimulation on both left and right sides of the brain. Just it has to happen. Otherwise, I'm out. It's kind of why I'm able to do this without multitasking, because technically this is multitasking. Like, I'm working the camera, I'm working the scenes, I'm looking at the chat, I'm making sure I'm checking like the frames, I'm pulling up pictures, I'm loading up websites. I am constantly doing something. But when I'm playing video games, I like to watch something else or read something else. That's why a lot of times I'll have a comic pulled up or a video pulled up.
Yep.
Baldur's Gate 3 is the only game right now, and I want you to understand something. I have a 30-90 video card. Baldur's Gate 3 is the only game where if I'm watching YouTube on the other monitor, it causes YouTube, like the game itself doesn't slow down, but it causes YouTube to, like, the audio is still playing normally, but the video you can tell is gone out of sync with the audio. Like, and I don't mean like a little bit. I mean a lot of bit.
Twitch does that for me with Remnant. And sometimes it'll just pause itself. Because I will have Remnant on one screen, I'll have Twitch on another screen, and Twitch will just, all right, big dog, you're doing too much, and will just stop. And then I can look at
the video off.
Yeah, and I'll look at Remnant 2, and then, because I tell you what did it yesterday. I was playing with randoms yesterday, and one was summoning something, and the other one had a dog, and then another one had like a flamethrower, and then another one was fighting a boss, and then I went down, and then I saw 28 frames per second pop up.
Damn.
And then I saw 26 frames per second pop up. And it looked like somebody just smeared petroleum jelly over the screen.
God damn.
I paused it, came back, and I went back up to 40. But didn't go nowhere else. I said, okay.
It's like,
and
nah,
that's when I started looking up. Yeah, that's when I started looking up graphics cards. And I'm like, dude, this is only 4 years old. And there's been like, what, 6, 7 new I'm like, duh.
Oh yeah, no. New graphics cards are on the reg. Like that's why I got a little tight when like, cause it took me a while to get a 3090. Took me a while, good while. I didn't get them when they first came out. It took like
you got yours when they were like, when people were busting heads for them, didn't it?
Yeah, they were still busting heads for them. So and then on top of all that, once I finally got it, they were like, oh, yeah, by the way, these 4090s are out now. Yeah. I'm like, dude, get the fuck out of my face with that shit.
Yeah. When that happened, I went right back to what I know would work. Comics.
There you go.
Cut the games off, went right back to comics. And two of the newer books that I got that I showed everybody in the Discord Saturday, the writer and creator of one of those books is actually somebody we're going to be talking about today. Might even recommend those two just to kind of keep everything in tune. But yeah, when your frames are dropping in your games and you can't get a steady frame rate, just go read comics.
Yeah, just read a book. Read a comic book. Yeah, just go read something. I don't know, something. Speaking of reading something, before we actually get into Blue Beetle shenanigans today, I do want to say real quick, because we do got some we got some super chats, we got some channel memberships. I want to hit those real quick before we talk about this next thing, because I know it might derail us just a little bit. Yep. But shout out to Damaris Love with the 2 months in the Blerd Club Gold Mine. Says, will the last Ronin game be like God of War 2018 like they said? Because that would be awesome. Okay, so here's the thing. I want to correct the record. They did not say that it was going to be like God of War 2018. They said the devs who worked on God of War 2018 are going to be working on this game. I would not go into this. I think some people took that and ran with it, because they do that a lot of times in gaming, where a game is being developed, and then what'll happen is someone will be like, oh, hey, the team that's working on this game is the same team that worked on this, and this. And then people will take that, and then they'll run to the internet, and then they'll make tons of videos, TikToks, whatever, social media posts, whatever. And they'll say, oh, so case in point, let's say someone's making a X-Men game. Yeah, we'll just use X-Men because it's the first thing that was in front of my head. And then they say, oh man, the dudes who worked on NBA 2K23, they're going to be working on the game. Someone's going to take that, run to the internet and be like, dude, check this out. They got a new X-Men game coming out. It's going to play just like NBA 2K. That's what's going to happen. I promise you. it'll happen. Somebody gonna make that mistake. But no, I don't think it's gonna play like that. I think, and this is kind of low-hanging fruit, you will probably be more likely to get a game that plays closer to Arkham, the Batman Arkham games, than you would a God of War style game. Like, and I'm not saying that in terms of like an open world. I'm just talking about in terms of combat, which is kind of a staple of a lot of games these days. If it's anything like God of War, it'll probably be from the perspective. If it's anything like that at all, but I wouldn't expect it. I wouldn't expect it at all.
And just to add on to that, will it be like God of War 2018? We don't know. We don't work there. We don't work on it.
Also, the game is still early days development. Like, it just got announced. That means they're only like, did you watch the teaser that they put out?
I talked about it on Twitter, and I see we also have a super chat asking that question. People got to remember. Okay, yes, I saw the teaser, but that teaser did what a teaser's supposed to do. I would assume it didn't show us nothing.
No, because they don't have anything. They don't have anything. Like
they got a picture.
They got a picture.
They got a picture.
Well, no, you remember when what was it when GTA 6 had leaked?
Yes.
And remember how folks were clowning the images they saw of the game because they said that it looked terrible. And then there was if there was some asshat who claimed to be a game, or I think if they were a game, I don't know. Point of the matter is they were talking about how the game looked like trash to be at this stage of development. That was basically the too long didn't read of their social media post. And then a bunch of devs came out and were like, this is normal. Because there's nothing to show. Like, they're still putting the wire work and framework and all this other stuff. Like, people who were making AAA games were showing what their games looked like at the earliest stage of development. And that's kind of what I think is the case here. They probably just barely got wireframes of a Ninja Turtle. They don't even have the shell on the back of that motherfucker yet, I guarantee you. But no, that said, we did see it. We did see it. And I think we just gave you our opinion.
the teaser without a turtle, because that teaser didn't show us shit.
Also, I'm not gonna lie, that teaser was made on the cheap. That teaser was made on the cheap because they had like the candles, like they were panning the candles. And I know this because I do a lot of video editing. When they did the whole thing with the arrows, I was like, dude, this shit looked like. I'm not trying, like, I don't like being the person that, man, y'all got somebody's kid to come make this for y'all. But I will say, y'all got somebody's intern or somebody who's his early days taking a course in video editing. Like, they're like a freshman. Literally, and when I say freshman, I mean they just started. Literally, just like yesterday. Their first day of class was yesterday. Came in and made that teaser for you. It was cool, but like when it was over, I was just like, yeah, y'all could have just put a picture out and just said last Ronin.
Just that picture. Just the picture at the end. That little boy who did the Lego Spider-Mans from across Spider-Verse, I think he could have done something better than that shit. Mm-hmm. That long-ass, unnecessary teaser, and Roybot said it in the chat, it's a proof of concept.
Yeah.
Which we didn't really need just because y'all had already told us it was coming.
Yeah. Honestly, the only information that we got that was new was that it was THQ Nordic. Yeah. Like, we didn't know that it was going to be THQ Nordic and Black Forest Games. That's the only thing we didn't know. We now know that. Mm-hmm. But yeah, beyond that, there was no, I mean, okay, I'll put it this way. This was an official announcement. What we knew before was not official. It was rumor, more or less. And then they did actually confirm those rumors, but we didn't know who was going to be on the game. So yeah, there's that. That was the cool part of it. But yeah, it was like when it happened, like I saw these people like freaking out, like, oh my God, they're making a Ninja Turtles Last Ronin game. And then you know what I did, Carter? I literally thought back to about maybe a couple of months ago. I think it was a couple of months ago. It was whatever episode 198 was of the Blerd Cave. I literally looked. I was like, yeah, we talked about that. Yeah, this isn't news. This was like 2 months. This was like a month or two old. by this point, because like we're on episode 217 right now of the Blerd Cave. The episode we talked about it was literally 198. So like this wasn't news.
Okay, The Last Ronin. Great comic. If you have not seen it, Ernie just put out a video talking about The Last Ronin
that people begged me for, and nobody is watching.
Yeah, I feel like you're getting Spawn flashbacks now. But my point is, you all are wanting God of War 2018. Let me tell you why you not gonna get what you want. And I'm trying to tell you this now so you don't put it on this pedestal in your head so that when it comes out, you clowning it, bashing it, not based on what we got, but you basing it on what you yourself wanted it to be. This is coming from THQ. You are not going to get God of War 2018. What you are going to get is a good weekend, solid week of you streaming it on Twitch to get you some more followers. I wish a motherfucker would try to spend $60, $70 on this. At bare minimum 50, and I'm gonna still poke fun at you for spending 50 on it. This is going to be, you know what this reminded me of? When as soon as I saw it was THQ Nordic, because I that part I forgot about. Yeah. Afro Samurai. Not a bad game by any stretch.
No, not at all.
But a solid, I'm gonna play through it till I finish it, try to get my numbers up, maybe a good weekend, show some people, oh shit, and then all right, he gonna go back to Baldur's Gate. I'm gonna go back to reading something or playing one of them of hundreds of games I have on the Epic Game Store. Y'all like.
Oh, you know what I thought? I'm gonna tell you what I thought about. As soon as I saw it was THQ Nordic.
Yeah.
First thing I thought about was Darksiders 2. Darksiders 2 and 3. That's what I thought. Actually, just Darksiders as a whole. I was like, oh, okay, cool. I mean, and honestly, you're more likely to get a game that plays like Darksiders than you are to get a game that plays like God of War. If that is, in fact, a style of game that you can expect to get. And that's not a bad thing. I love Darksiders. I think Darksiders is a very underrated franchise. I even liked Darksiders 3, which a lot of people did not, because, my only gripe with Darksiders 3 was the gripe everyone had was that the checkpoints were too far apart and they were in very weird places. Like you could die and you'd have to respawn back like 2 areas from where you were. Sometimes that was kind of dumb. Game was not terribly difficult either, but it had weird difficulty spikes. That was the only gripes I had with the game. But a lot of people just, for whatever reason, they just didn't jive with it. They said it was too much like Dark Souls or whatever, which, whatever.
Well, I'm going to say a lot of people were kind of bashing that game too when the game didn't even have that big of a budget. That's why when they came out with the next one, it had even less of a budget. That's why they had to make it.
It was top down.
It was a top down.
Yeah, it was like a Diablo, Diablo style game.
But yeah, you all are not going to get some award winning. Oh my God! No, you're gonna get something that you're going to buy. You're gonna play it for a week. You're gonna beat it. And I highly doubt you sell it because you know you ain't gonna get your money back. So that's gonna be that one thing.
You only gonna get $5. You only gonna get $5 for it.
It's either something you're gonna be fidgeting with your shelf. Oh shit, I forgot I had this. And might play it again like some years later, 10, 15 minutes.
I'm gonna tell you a best case scenario. Yeah. I'll tell you a best case scenario. I mentioned Baldur's Gate 3 earlier. Larian Studios, who makes Baldur's Gate 3. Baldur's Gate 3 is not indicative of their other games. Divinity, Original Sin 1 and 2 are not as... They're well made, but they don't have the production values of Baldur's Gate 3. And the reason it has the production values that it does is because they got more money behind them. Because like a lot of the previous 2 games I mentioned were all funded on Kickstarter. Put that in the back of your head. So that should tell you the quality of Larian Studio, that they're able to put out high quality AAA value games, even coming from Kickstarter. And now they're not going to be the prettiest games in the world, but they are going to be the most fun, most in-depth, and like just overall just well-crafted games. Now, Baldur's Gate 3, very well crafted, high production values. This is a AAA game from a studio that isn't really technically a AAA studio. Matter of fact, their game is so in-depth and so immersive that there are AAA studios that put out AAA games on the reg that are pissed at Larian for setting the bar even higher than what it is. The game has over 174 hours of cutscenes. It says there's over 1,700 permutations of all the endings that you can get in the game. Now, don't take that as each ending is distinct, but just that there's so many different things you can do in that game that can change the overall ending of the game in some way, shape, form, or fashion. And AAA studios were pissed about this. They're still mad.
Sad? Isn't that sad as shit that you're not upset because it's horrible practices, people getting overworked, they're not getting paid, or you're trying to sell a product that you know isn't done? No, you're being disrespectful and you're being mean-spirited to people because they did such a good job. Is that not crazy?
Yeah, that they delivered on their promises. But all of that was in aid of saying that while THQ Nordic doesn't normally put out like super duper high, budget games on the reg, since they have Ninja Turtles as an IP, they will probably get some more money than what they would normally get. So you might get something that is a cut above what you would typically get from them. But don't go into it thinking you're going to be getting God of War 2018, God of War Ragnarok. Don't go into it thinking you're going to be getting Devil May Cry 5 or fill in the blank other. This isn't going to be Starfield or anything like that. Don't go into it thinking that. I want to make sure y'all go into it with the best of intentions, because
you're gonna get a solid button masher.
Yeah, and it's gonna be fun. It's know what? It's gonna be fucking fun. Because I'm gonna tell you why it's gonna be fun. Because you don't need AAA to get a fun game. I look no further than Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Shredder's Revenge. That game is fun. I have beaten that game several times. The only weird thing about that game is the music that they play in the last boss fight. That's the only thing about that game that is, it's not bad. It's just out of nowhere because the game has typical arcade beat 'em up music the whole game, and then out of nowhere, I don't even remember who the fuck was that song even by.
It was Ghostface Killer.
That's what it was.
Who expects to hear Ghostface Killer while you're fighting Super Shredder?
Right. I was like,
especially if you're not a fan of Ghostface Killer,
like, you're like, who the fuck is this?
Heard of Ghostface Killer? All you know, this that dude from Def Jam with the eagle on his arm. That's all you know.
I forgot about the eagle. But no, the funny thing was, I didn't even remember that it was Ghostface Killer. I knew it was someone from Wu-Tang, but I wasn't like 100%. Like, I knew it wasn't Jizza, and I knew it wasn't RZA. That's all I knew. That's all I could. It could have been Raekwon the Chef for all I knew. But but no. That said, yeah, that I spent more time talking about that than I initially intended. Extra says it's been a great week to be black. Man, you ain't lied. 35 months in the Blerd Club, Silver Mike Carter. I kind of wanted to talk about this just a little bit, just briefly before we get into the before we get into our shit. But I do want to say that man, shout out to the Justice League, the Montgomery, Alabama chapter. I want to give a mad shout out to them because, man, hold up, let's drop the bomb. I'm gonna drop the bomb for them. These guys were out here. The Montgomery chapter of the Justice League was out here wilding.
So you got Justice League proper, you got the JLI, and now you have the JLN, the Justice League Negro National.
Yeah. Look, the JLNAACP. Or wait, the JLNWA.
No, you got to say the JLNWC.
Oh,
NWC
with chairs.
I knew that's where you were going, and I've been going to the gym a lot weekly. That's why my arms are. Well, I've been going all week, I should say, and my arms are really sore because when you're going through the motions of properly swinging a chair, and what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to add the swings while I'm on the treadmill, so I'm trying to do left and right rotations while I am on, and then incorporating an up
the
and down
overhead,
swing, the overhead swing while I'm on the treadmill, and that my arms hurt.
Dude, let me tell you something, man. Dude, look, I'm gonna tell you right now. I think we just found the most deadly Yu-Gi-Oh card in existence. It's no longer Blue Eyes White Dragon. It ain't Exodia. Ain't none of that shit. The most deadly Yu-Gi-Oh card right now is this shit right here. This shit right here will end your life. God damn it. Like, this is the motherfucker right here. This card is the real one. This is the real one. But I just love the memes. I love the memes that came out of this. One of my other personal favorite ones right here. Bam, just got my open carry license. Man, got the chair hanging off the belt clip.
That's actually one with some good quality. You know they selling them at Walmart with the scope on them?
Oh, damn. Dude, I didn't know they got the scope. You know what? See, I want the bump stock. I want the bump stock because I want to be able to hit as many motherfuckers as humanly possible.
See, you are setting out to specifically hit somebody if you want that on there. Like, you're going to jail. I just want one with the scope on it just so I can have fun on the weekend. That's all.
Oh, yeah. Dude, look, I also, even though this one is kind of ratchet looking, I ain't gonna lie, this one actually kind of sent me a little bit. Right here with the with the Django.
I saw one this morning. I saw one this morning. It was a statue of Martin Luther King with his arms folded
with the chair
on the side.
Yes. Oh no, this right here has been my personal favorite though. Right here, motherfuckers coming out the motherfucking Avengers portals. I was like, bruh, stop. Or like my other personal favorite right here, motherfuckers pull up, they got the Dora Milaje getting ready to fall in the telecons. And this right here, right here. Yeah, keep messing around, keep finding out.
Why did they put a fitted on Dr. King? Why?
Hey,
I'm so happy that the audio files cannot see this foolishness.
Dr. King sitting in the folded chair with the fit on. Man, look, that is something special right there. Also, what I really love about this, have you heard the other name they've been calling the Justice League of Montgomery, Alabama?
The
Alabama Sweet Tea Party.
That's why I saw Twisted Tea trending. Okay.
Yeah. Oh no, because it was this right here. The Animorphs, the twisted, the folded chairs, the new Twisted Tea. I love it. Also, you know that Jason Aldean song? Try That in a Small Town? Yeah. Which is, by the way, I'm gonna go ahead and say right now, I don't give a fuck what y'all say. That's a racist ass song. That is a song that is so racist that it's not even funny. It's not even being it's not even being casually racist or like or subtly racist. It's being openly racist, especially the music video for it. But what I really love is this: Tried That in a Small Town. Oh god damn. Also, this one right here is Tried That in a Small Town and Found Out Montgomery Riverfront Brawl. Yeah, Jason Aldean has been getting cooked lately, and I'm here for it. There was one piece of detail. I know everyone probably wants me to talk about Aquaman. I'm not gonna talk about Aquaman because, not gonna lie, that kid, they said the kid was 16 years old, worked on the riverboat with the guy who initially got jumped. That kid's a hero. I'm not gonna even laugh about that. I don't like it. I got my jokes in about Aquaman on Twitter.
Was he the one? He was the one who was swimming across.
Yeah. The person that was
on the boat.
Yeah. Actually, okay. So this also brings up another funny meme right here. So this was another one right here. It says me watching all the angles of the Great Montgomery Melee. Because there were so many different angles of that fight. But what I loved about it was that someone actually had video of the kid jumping off the boat.
Oh, wow.
And swimming towards, like, most people you saw, they had the video of the kid as he was swimming across. They showed that motherfucker dive into the water. I'm not gonna lie, the only fucked up thing I say about that dive was that was a me dive. Because I can't dive. Like, I can't dive into a swimming pool or a body of water. my dives are belly flops, and that's what this kid did. He belly flopped into the water, but that motherfucker was swimming. That motherfucker was swimming. You stop that fucking stereotype that black folks can't swim. That motherfucker was swimming.
I think that might still be the case. He just might be one of these goddamn Miss Marvel mutant inhuman hybrids that he can swim and then still. But you got to keep in mind he had on cargo shorts. I think he had on. So to still have the strength to get out the water and proceed to swing. Yeah, that's some kind of Terrigenesis. That's Terrigenesis mutant or something. Dog.
Yeah. Oh no, that motherfucker, his X gene activated in that moment. But what I love, my favorite part about the whole thing was when dude threw his hat up in the air. That man pulled a Bobby Schmurder, threw his hat up in the air, and everybody came running. This man,
I thought that was a fake one. That
was real. No, he threw his hat in the air. That was real.
I thought that was somebody like just trying to make a meme of it, so they threw the hat in the air and all
the
black folks showed up. Oh wow!
No, that man pulled a Bobby Schmurder, threw the hat up in the air, and it was. Also, I want to say y'all motherfuckers nasty as hell. I just want to say right now, y'all motherfuckers nasty as hell because Carter, I don't know if you saw this. This might also be my favorite meme out of this. Motherfuckers made a comic cover out this shit. The Agents of Wakanda with the Chair King, the Bama Blur, and Aquaman. I was like, y'all need to get the fuck out of here with this shit. Oh, y'all ain't shit. But no, also, so once again, details. Here's something I didn't notice about that fight, Carter. I don't know if you noticed this or not. Check this shit out. Look at dude's shoes.
Yeah.
They beat that dude's. They beat that motherfucker's shoes up his fucking legs. Like that is that's a whole. I'm not gonna lie. You deserve that shit. You done got your look. Hold on. Wait, fuck this. You done got your legs. You done got your legs beat so bad. Your Crocs is now calf warmers.
I swear to you, we are gonna talk about comics at some point. But somebody getting their shoes beat up their leg is funny as hell.
I'm sorry. I know we said we were going to talk about Blue Beetle predictions, but
getting their shoes beat upward.
Come on now. Come on. Also, I would say, we got Levesta the Samurai with the 11 months Blerd Club goal. Says, good afternoon, everyone. Wishing everyone a good weekend, man. We appreciate you, pimp. We appreciate you. I want to go back because I know we got some more. We got some more super chats and everything, and I don't want to lose any of them. But we got another one. This is LJ Brown with 32 months. Says Carter on his last black man in San Francisco bag. I mean, maybe.
I'm not in San Francisco.
I'm about to say he's in Cali. I mean, that's close. Well, how far is San Francisco?
I think that's several hours.
Yeah, I'm about to say that's dude. California's a long ass fucking state, dude. Like I used to think Tennessee was too long. It's like
6 hours.
Like, ooh, no, fuck that.
6 hours.
We gotta say, LP3 with the Blerd Club goal 6 months. Says, did anyone laugh like I did when they heard Gal Gadot's Wonder Woman 3 rumors were debunked? I'm so tired of these Snyder stands lingering around like roaches.
Which is why I made that tweet saying that the Snyder fans can go back to their regularly scheduled outrage.
Mm-hmm. Oh, no, 100%. I thought it was hilarious just because that was like grand opening, grand closing. That was grand opening, grand closing moment right there. Here we got Go Consure's baby's father with a shout out Miles and Aquaman for making the summer lit. LOL. Also, X-Men need to put on the blue and yellow tights and black Air Forces for lick back. I mean, hey, Kamala, she rocking the blue and yellow. She said, "Fuck this, I'm X-Man now. I'm putting on this New Mutants fit. Fuck around and find out."
I'm sorry, I'm still thinking about old boy because like how hard or how strong did he lace those shoes up that they stayed on his feet? They just went upward. They just took the elevator upward. How?
Well, no,
like,
he
how
couldn't.
many knots did he tie into them motherfuckers?
Oh, no. See, here's the thing. He had on Crocs. Those are
Are
Crocs. Yeah, that's why they say he forgot to put him in sports mode. Because the motherfuckers went up his ankles. It looked like they got turned around on his that dude's feet got beat through the front of the shoes.
Because I don't own a pair. Can't you just, aren't they basically, can't you slide in Crocs?
Yeah. Yeah, Crocs are slip-in shoes.
They just
Also, you know what? He a bold motherfucker to have them on to fight somebody. Like I would have kicked the Crocs, like just how dude took the hat off and flung it in the air. I would have kicked. Y'all know, was it Matt Riddle from WWE? That's what I'd done. I'd have jumped in the air and kicked the Crocs off, and then got into the fight because there's no way. There's no way.
LP3 said turned his Crocs into shin guards.
He did. Look, you know what they reminded me of? If they would have went up just a little bit further, remember how Stone Cold used to come out with them double knee braces?
Mm-hmm.
That's what he would have had if they would have beat his ass just a couple more times. I will say this though. I do want to. This is something I don't feel a lot of people are talking about. The whole chair thing is hilarious to me. There's one aspect of it I don't like. It is the dude hit that woman with the chair. However, she had it coming. She had it coming because she inserted herself into the fight. When that dude got jumped, she inserted herself into the fight and was stomping and carrying on with the rest of them. So she deserved to get hit.
I didn't see a lady get hit.
No, okay. So you know when dude just walked, like there was somebody that was sitting down.
Oh, so before you even go, I still haven't. I've seen it to the point where the brother swam across and got on shore.
Yeah.
That's all I've seen.
Got you. Oh my God, this dude.
So yeah, I gotta see more of it. But that whoever hit that boy with them Crocs, that had to be Karnak. And you know he knows the weakness in everything. So the fact that you got hit with a chair and your shoes exploded.
Oh, I'm absolutely here for all of it. We got one here. This one is I like this one. This actually came from Robo. Said by any swings necessary. Why?
This is how you know Malcolm a menace. If he can still swing with full strength, holding that chair like that.
Oh yeah, no. Look, let me tell you something. The cramp in his hand right now is real. Let me be real with you. Also, wait, hold. Let me see if I can get this to pull up because this is can I open this up in? Hold on, I'm gonna try. I want to see if I can actually open this up in something else. There's a video that. There's a video Robo sent me. Actually, you know what? Here, this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna download the video. There we go. Cause smart. We're gonna download the video and then play it.
While you do that, I can read this super chat from Gabriel Knight with the 1999 saying.
Oh, you almost wanted to sing it, didn't you? You wanted to sing it, didn't you?
No. I almost said the whole name, but I'm just fucking. We'll just do Gabriel Knight.
No,
Happy
it's Gabriel
Saturday.
the Dark Knight.
That's what I was gonna say, but then I kind of stumbled over my words. Happy Saturday, Ernie Carter and Blerd Cave. Ernie had me rolling yesterday with the comment about X-Men tap dancing over other people's feelings. Keep the videos coming.
Oh, I forgot about that.
Was that the Xavier video? Or
that was the Xavier video, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh no.
Oh, that was the most recent one.
It was the Children of the Vault. It was Children.
Gotcha.
Yeah. It was Children of the Vault. Children of the Vault. Had to be Children of the Vault. That's the only thing that comes to mind.
And you got Roybot 06 in the Blerd Club Diamond Mine for 22 months saying,
"Good God,
hell yeah, fellow JSA members in Alabama."
man, what you said. Look, I'm gonna tell you. Look, I want to keep it real. I'm not a violent person by nature. But goddamn, that was the thing of beauty. I want to play this video. Like I said, Robo sent me this video. It's only like 19 seconds long. We can watch it real quick, and then we'll get through super chats. And I promise y'all, we will talk about Blue Beetle. I promise. I promise. I promise. Here. Oh wait, hold. Let me pull this up. And yes, always play it. Oh, here. Right here. Let's put it over here. And there we go. Here, let's go. So here, let me take us back to the beginning. This should be hilarious. Let's see. Carter, you might have to jump over to the oh yeah, you already know the drill. Oh wait, hold up. Let me do this too, because apparently I forgot to unmute PC audio. I usually have PC audio muted by default, but yeah, let's do that. Bam. Now we can get into it. Here we go.
The reason so many people were so upset about a man hitting a woman with a folding chair in Montgomery, Alabama, is because his doing so violated one of the most enduring and deeply entrenched social norms in American culture and in Western culture as a whole. And that's only white men get to hit white women.
That about almost killed me. By the way, no one can tell, I'm actually going through some seasonal shit. But I will definitely say I'm not gonna rob Gabriel of the dulcet tones. Let me take a swig of some water real quick.
Oh no, I was doing that literally so you didn't lose it and we could keep
oh
moving.
yeah.
I knew it was still coming at some fucking point.
Oh yeah. It's the Gabriel, thank you for that. 1999 super chat. Yeah, CC voices. We gonna get there though. We're gonna get there. Let's see, man. We also got one from the homie Beta Boy TV, also aka aka Robo. This said you showed the Malcolm. Yeah, I just showed the Malcolm X one just now. So yeah. Also, by the way, for those that don't know, if you're ever on Twitch or here on YouTube, you can, in fact, go check out Beta Boy TV. Robo's awesome, especially on commentary and all the stuff. All the if you are a political minded person, you want to see some brown representation of that arena, go check out the homie. He's awesome. We also got here. Let's see. We also got one here. Excuse me. Jesus Christ. So white people extra mad about that one because the only people allowed to hit white women are white men. Yeah, well. Here's the thing. Here's the thing. Like, just going back to that video just real quick, is like my only beef with it is that like she was sitting down, but to be fair, she was kicking dude while he was on the ground. So it's one of those things. It's like fair play at that point. Generally speaking, I don't condone violence against women, but as my mama used to tell me, if she wants to put herself in a position to be hit, then that's the whole story. You ain't supposed to let nobody beat your ass like that. So, like I said, it's one of those things. It's probably, look, some people probably won't like hearing me say that, but if a woman was kicking my ass, like I'm on the ground just getting jumped and coming in beating and carrying on beating my ass, look, whatever happens after that. It just is what it is, man. People are fighting. It's a fight. It's not ballet. It's not tap dancing. It's not ice skating. It's not theater. It's a fight. So there you go. A fight's a fight.
You got the boy Gearless Mo also in the Blerd Club Diamond Mine for 31 months. Good Lord. Love the Children of Tomorrow video. That Alabama video is just insane, but at the same time, it's sad that it's 2023. That brother was only doing his job.
Oh, and that's the thing. I think that's the narrative I think gets lost. That's a narrative that has gotten lost in all this, is that he wasn't some random dude that was trying to like steal their boat. He wasn't some random he wasn't some random dude that was just fucking with their boat. He worked there. And they, with their little ass fucking pontoon boat, were blocking the riverboat from docking. So it wasn't like, I get what they probably thought that, like, honestly, I think deep down, they probably thought that he was somebody fucking with their boat. But at the end of the day, their boat didn't need to be there. It needed to be moved, and it was his job to move it. And I think they just didn't appreciate it because they literally just left their boat there and thought that everything was just going to be hunky-dory. But no, it was not. And they fucked around and found out.
All right.
That hat flew up in the air and it was over. Good
so
Lord.
You might want to prepare yourself for this. So Gearless Mode dropped a 20 bomb saying incoming. Get those likes up and trying to keep your voice intact. And then following that, gifts 50 Blerd Club memberships to everybody.
Woo! Dude, this man. Dude.
Get those likes up, ladies and gentlemen.
Bruh. Dude, this, you know what? Man, you know what? I gotta do this.
YouTube chat cannot even keep up with it, but we were able to see that Tubes the One is actually Blerd Club Silver for 23 months, saying keep your hands to yourself. If you don't, catch them.
Hey, Tube said it. Tube said it. No lies. I detect no lies. I detect no lies. There you go. Thou shalt catch these hands. Look, let me tell you something. This is why I tell people, stop fucking with folks. Because you don't know what motherfuckers are going through. They will hurt you. Matter of fact, I will share this. This is actually a video from, or not video. This is actually a picture of one of the gentlemen. Or I say gentlemen, thug. I'm going to use the terminology they like to use for us. These thugs. Damn, thugs running around in our streets. But no, tried not moving his boat in a small town. Here, actually, real quick, I'm gonna kill that just so y'all can be able to see it. But yeah, this dude got his ass zooped. So, and he had it coming. So, damn thugs. That's what I'm. That's what I'm gonna say. That's how I'm gonna put it. But that said, I feel like we have BS'd quite a bit. We've been BSing for almost an hour now at this point. I just realized. But let's go ahead and get into our actual fucking topic. Blue Beetle movie predictions. Carter, we're gonna talk about some Blue Beetle. Are you ready to talk about some Blue Beetle? I'm ready to talk about some Blue Beetle. So for those who may or may not, here, let's, oh, wait, no, I didn't mean to do that. Yeah, take that off. There we go. Okay. So we have got Blue Beetle on the horizon. Comes out next week. So this, I actually thought was pretty cool. Because I always like to be surprised. And this particular scenario, I was pleasantly surprised because I honestly, because of the SAG-AFTRA and WGA strike, I kind of slick forgot that the movie was coming out because they can't do let me kill that for a sec. They can't do promotions right now. There you go. They can't do promotions of anything right now. Actors can't do any promotions, and studios are going to do about as little promotion as humanly possible. They'll just going to do the bare minimum because that's all they can do. So I kind of forgot. I was like, I knew it was coming out in August. I just couldn't remember exactly what day. And then something told me, man, when I was setting up everything for the cave, I was like, man, let's see, when does that Blue Beetle movie coming out? It's like, oh shit, comes out next week. So that's why we're doing this. As anyone's been following the channel for a while, you will probably take note of the fact that we will we will, whenever there's a big superhero comic book movie, whatever coming out, we'll do predictions. I don't think we did it for Ninja Turtles because I forgot that Ninja Turtles was coming out too. So I didn't realize till like the week of. But that's it. Yeah, we're gonna do what's customary. We're gonna talk about our predictions for the movie. Not box office predictions, mind you. But just what's gonna be happening in the movie. And we usually do pretty good on this. So that said, I'll kick us off. This is low-hanging fruit. This is low-hanging fruit for Blue Beetle. So we know this story is going to be following not Ted Cord. It's going to be following Jaime Reyes, Blue Beetle, who I feel is honestly the better Blue Beetle of the three. Between Jaime, Ted Cord, and Dan Garrett, Jaime is king. It's not even, second place isn't even close. But that said, there really is no presence in the movie for Ted Cord other than the fact that Cord Industries is in the movie. I believe Susan Sarandon is playing his sister, Victoria Cord, and I believe there's another character who's also playing someone with the last name Cord. I could be wrong on that, but that's neither here nor there. The point here is that outside of the casual, there's a casual background scene in the movie where we see Jaime, and there are two different Blue Beetle costumes in the background. And from there, you can see one on the left is Dan Garrett. One on the right, that's Ted Cord, Blue Beetle. I think we're gonna get more Ted Cord than that. That is my prediction for that. I think Ted Cord has actually been cast in the movie, and I feel like we will see him at some point. And this will not surprise me. If this does turn out to be the case, it's going to be somebody that people don't often think about. It's not going to be a big name actor. It's not going to be somebody anyone's going to be like, oh yeah, yeah, I always knew it was going to be this guy. It's not going to be some big name actor. It's going to be like someone on the lower scale. Like, not saying it's going to be this actor, but kind of like how Carter, you never watched Stargirl, did you? Okay. So I remember when that show came out, and I remember thinking to myself, wow, they for real cast Joel McHale I guess for him would be Starman. Mm-hmm. Like it was such a weird casting. It's gonna be some shit. I'm not saying it's gonna be him. I'm just saying it's gonna be something on this level. Like it's gonna be something that could be easily kept a secret, even more so now that they can't do promotions or anything like that. I feel like that is gonna be what we get out of that one. That is my first prediction. What do you got, Carter?
So I will go ahead and tell you now, because when I saw that this was something we were going to be talking about and you wanted us to have predictions, to be completely honest with you, I don't have any, just because I am not a Blue Beetle guy, which is not to say that I don't like the character, but I literally know fuck all about him. So I'm going to be going into this movie just really optimistic, and it looks really fun. And if I could just be completely honest here, DC films need a win right now.
Well, supposedly that is going to be the case. A lot early reviews say this is going to be really good.
This one looks like it's finally going to be a fun one, and it's not going to be overtly serious. It's not going to be a lot of unnecessary this looks like it's going to be just a fun film. So just when it comes to predictions, like I said, I don't have any because I don't know. But I know there's an evil one that's black, which is I just realized how that sounds. I realized how that sounds coming out of my mouth. But that is literally all I know about Blue Beetle.
Okay, that's Young Justice. Yeah, Young Justice.
Yeah, I will say. There
is a Black Beetle in DC Comics, like in the comics, but it's not the same guy.
Okay. I'm trying to give you a prediction. George Lopez won't be in it as much as people think.
That's fair. I will, honestly, I feel like the family is going to be a major portion of it, but I feel like of the family, I don't think he's going to be the one that's at the forefront. I think it's going to be the sister.
Because I think he might be a bit much. I think if you've seen stuff with him in it, he could take away from the full tapestry of what they're trying to do with Jaime and stuff like that. So, but other than that, I'm gonna give you all these predictions. These are all you, big dog. You know about the Ted Cord. I didn't know there was another one from before Ted Cord.
Oh yeah,
I didn't even know that. So this is all.
Oh, for real?
Mm-hmm.
You didn't know about Dan Garrett?
Dog. I don't.
Yeah. For a second, right here. Dan Garrett. Bam.
For a second, I thought you were misspeaking and you were trying to say Jay Garrett. I'm not going.
This man thought I was trying to say Jay Garrett. No, this is right here. That's the original Blue Beetle right there.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Both images that I just showed are Dan Garrett, but the other one was a more recent one. But this is what he used to look like originally. Okay. With the chainmail armor on and all that BS.
Okay.
But no, the other let's see, the other thing I would say is as far as predictions go. I did not mean to type that out that way. That was a mistake. So this is another one that's kind of, I think, low-hanging fruit. Just because, I mean, let's be real. I think we all would, I think everyone would expect this in some way, shape, form, or fashion. I think we're gonna get a Booster Gold tease. I think we're gonna get I don't think he's gonna actually be in the movie per se, or who knows? Maybe he could be in the movie. Maybe we could take out. Maybe we don't get Ted Corbin. Maybe get a Blue Beetle because there's supposed to be like 2 stingers for this movie. I wouldn't be shocked if Booster Gold showed up. And
let me ask you this:
go ahead, shoot.
Is Booster Gold tight with the Jaime Blue Beetle or the Ted Blue Beetle? Because I know he's tight with one. Okay,
he's tight with Ted. Him and that's Ted Cord Blue Beetle and Booster Gold are like this.
Okay, I knew he was tight with one of them. Yeah.
So I think what they could do is, if they really wanted to, and maybe have, you could set up, because we already know Booster Gold is going to be in the DCU. It's already been announced. That's not a surprise. But I would not be shocked if to set that up, because James Gunn does stuff on the slick sometimes. I could easily see him already having had someone in mind for Booster Gold and just bringing them in, having them come in and do something real quick. If Booster Gold does not show up, because technically, like I said, there's been no casting news of that nature on the character, but I could see a situation where Booster Gold shows up and is like, "Hey, we got to go get Ted. Ted's lost. We were messing around in some time shenanigans or whatever. Need your help. We gotta go get the homie." Or just even if it's not something like that, I could easily see just Booster Gold just showing up for one reason or another, or just even being casually mentioned in some way, shape, form, or fashion. The other one that I think is, those two I think are likely, but I'm gonna tell you what I think is actually even more likely, despite the fact that some people might not feel the same way. And actually, here, let's switch over to this one. Let's switch this one over to this scene. Let's Peacemaker.
Mm-hmm.
I think Peacemaker could show up in this. Now, Carter, you said you never really got down with Jaime like that, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, for a lot of people who do not know, Peacemaker was a major component of Jaime's initial run as Blue Beetle.
Okay.
If you go back, and I'm actually pulling it up now. But if you go back, this is, and this should tell you how many times Blue Beetle has been relaunched. So Jaime came in on Blue Beetle when it was relaunched. It was volume 7. It was the 7th launching of a Blue Beetle title. For those that don't know, and this is one area where I will fight Rob to death on. Because I remember he used to always say that, Captain Marvel sucks because, her book always gets relaunched. Not true. Carter, do you know how many times Ghost Rider has been relaunched?
No.
10 times. You know how many times Punisher has been relaunched?
Oh, God. How
13.
many?
And that's just the core title. I'm not even talking about War Journal, Warzone, or any of those other titles, because all those have been relaunched multiple times too. Iron Man. Well, Iron Man's a tricky one, because they hide how many times he's been relaunched by saying, oh, it's Invincible Iron Man now. Oh, no, it's just regular Iron Man now. But Invincible Iron Man, I think, is on its 5th or 6th relaunch, and Iron Man proper is on its 4th or 5th relaunch. So when people say, oh, Captain Marvel's been relaunched 10 times, stop. Just stop. Every book gets relaunched. You're just picking on Captain Marvel. But that said, Blue Beetle has actually been relaunched 9 times. But that said, in the Blue Beetle comics proper, Peacemaker showed up quite a bit. As a matter of fact, Peacemaker was an ally of Blue Beetle's.
So I was going to ask you, was he more so a serious character, or was he, even back then, the goober that they've turned him into right now?
He wasn't quite a goober. Not yet.
Okay.
He was a little bit more serious, but he was one of those characters that, because he wasn't very popular, they were able to take him and do some things with him that I will say probably led. Okay, if you asked James Gunn why he was so high on Peacemaker and putting him in the Suicide Squad, I would not be shocked if he told you he liked how he was portrayed in Blue Beetle.
Okay.
I would not be the least bit surprised by this. As a matter of fact,
I thought you were going to say something along the lines of he could be changed in a way where people wouldn't get as tight just because of it being that character.
Right. No.
Yeah.
This is actually the funny thing about him was he was a somewhat more, I won't say edgelordy character, but he was definitely he wasn't as goofy as this is actually him right here in the Blue Beetle comics right here. But no, him and Jaime, they didn't get along at first. At first they were kind of at each other's throats a little bit. But they did eventually become allies in the book. So yeah, it's I would dare say I would dare say that here, let's kill those. Yeah. I would dare say it would be fine. It would be fine. That's Peacemaker. I'll give you another one here. This was actually another kind of low-hanging fruit one. Because, so Carter, we know that Susan Sarandon. We know Susan Sarandon is going to be the villain. She's going to be the villain of said movie. She's going to be the villain. She's going to be playing Victoria Cord, who, here, let's put this over here. Bam. For those who don't know, that's Ted Kord's sister. I know early reports said that she was like his wife, like back when the movie was first announced, but that's not the case. She's actually his sister. Now the movie is kind of doing this thing where they're portraying her as more of a villainous character. She's and even by her own admission, she has come out and said that her character is kind of a Karen. She actually, those are her words, not anyone else's. She actually refers to herself in the movie as a Karen who, and she kind of says this in the trailers we've seen, where she talks about like she's basically going to take back the Blue Beetle scarab, that, you know, she doesn't think that Jaime deserves to have it or whatever, that it's her property. Now, to give you a little background on Victoria Cord, for those who don't know, as I said earlier, she is the sister of Ted Cord. She runs Cord Industries. Blue Beetle is his company, but because he's always doing his superhero shenanigans, she's the one who comes in and is basically making sure that everything is running the way that it is supposed to. That is kind of why it's not hard to believe that in this film, she is going to be playing a character who is not okay with her shit being stolen. Or I would say stolen. Technically, he didn't steal it. Someone else did and gave it to him. That's a whole other thing here or there. But point of the matter is, while she is set up as the villain of the movie, I think it's safer to say the real villain of the movie is going to be I believe his name is, I might be misremembering. I want to say this guy's name is Raul Trujillo. He's going to be playing the villain Carapax. For those who are unfamiliar, Carapax is like, Blue Beetle doesn't have a lot of like stalwart like his rogues gallery ain't that deep. The roster ain't running that deep.
What he's trying to say is, this is what you getting.
Yeah. You getting not Iron Man as you getting not Iron Man as the bad guy. But for those unfamiliar, this is actually let me pull this up here. Bam. This is what Carapax normally looks like. This is him in the comics right here. This is Carapax under normal circumstances. And they actually did a really good job. They did a really good job of how they brought the character to life. Like you see right here, bam. Like, he looks good. He actually, like, let me see if I can actually find the shot here. There's a really awesome shot of, yeah, here it is. Bam. Found it. Like, where you get to kind of see the full fit of Carapax. Right, dude. This is some wild shit.
Okay, so what I'm pulling up info on him right now, and it's saying that he is a rival to Dan Garrett.
Yes, he's originally Dan Garrett's villain, but he became Ted Cord's villain. He became a villain to Ted Cord. Like honestly, Blue Beetle doesn't have, like, you know how every superhero has their opposite number? Like Wolverine has Sabretooth. Batman has Joker. Black Panther has Killmonger. So on and so forth. This is the closest that Ted Cord Blue Beetle has to something like that.
Okay, I actually want to see this guy get whooped now, because he sounds very trash. Because from what you just said and described,
yeah,
you can't hang with the big boy villains and go after the big time superheroes. So you're just gonna stick to the one you done whooped on occasion. You just gonna keep going after Blue Beetles. You're trash. You're trash.
Oh no, 100%. Well, and also he's picking on it. Like, also, I'm gonna tell you another reason why this dude is gonna be some smooth trash, and I'm gonna enjoy watching him get his ass beat because he's picking on a teenager.
fake ass Mickey Rourke. Get this man out of here, dog. He just fighting blue.
Look,
Blue
actually,
Beetles.
You know what I just thought about? Now that you said that, that's basically what he is. He's Crimson Dynamo. He's Whiplash. He is Mickey Rourke from Iron Man 2. That is basically, actually, I would say he's a better looking version, like in terms of the armor. But yeah, what I love about this though is, yeah, he's picking on a kid. And he's picking on a kid like it's not one of those situations where he doesn't know. There are instances in the trailer where we see him try to wholesale knock Jaime out with his armor when he's not wearing it.
Ernie, we have seen the Juggernaut fight the X-Men.
Mm-hmm.
Then he said, "Nah, I'm somebody." He done fought Spider-Man. He done fought the Hulk. He done fought Ben Grimm. This motherfucker here said, "Yeah,
he fought Onslaught." Or actually, Onslaught fought him.
and this dude is like, "Nah, I can't hang with them. I can whoop this Beetle though. I done whooped this Beetle a few times. I'm gonna stay on. You're trash." Bro.
Yeah, well, I mean, because look at this. He tried to put his foot down. He tried to put his foot down on Blue Beetle.
This dude's so trash, bro.
But I said all this. I want to be clear here. I said all this in aid of, I think he's the real villain of the story. Like, don't get me wrong. Victoria
Lord.
is a villain. Or I won't say she's a villain. She's an antagonist of the story. I don't think she's the real villain of the story. I think he is going to wind up being the actual villain. I feel like she is going to ultimately turn face somewhere towards the middle or end of the movie. And if DCU just, and the reason I say that is because James Gunn said it himself, that the DCU is going to mirror DC Comics proper.
Okay, that's what happened in the comics. Okay.
Yeah. Well, in the comics, she's not a bad guy at all. Like, she's not even they recently had a comic. It was a Blue Beetle Graduation Day.
Yeah, I saw about that.
Okay, yeah. So Blue Beetle Graduation Day is, so in that comic, Victoria Core does do some vaguely shady shit, but at the same time, she's not a bad guy. Like, even in the comic, she's referred to as just being very into her job. Like, she's very into her work. Like, here's an image right here that I can pull up. Bam, right here. She says, "I'm so sorry we haven't met before, Jaime. Unfortunately, my work keeps me tied to Palmyra City. I run the business and research while Teddy here plays superhero with his man crush." Basically talking about Blue Beetle or Booster Gold.
With you saying that, I'm going to tell you where my head went.
Okay.
I feel like she might do a face turn, but die in the process so that we get in finale big CG Blue Beetle Carapax fight. So I feel like I think she'll be a Karen to the majority, realize or learn the error of her ways and try to go good. But Carapax has probably gotten whooped by Jaime several times in this movie where he don't know how to work his powers. So he just had enough and I think he's going to off this sister and then use whatever stuff that Cord Industries has to give him a level buff.
Get the boost.
So he can fight Jaime at the end and still get worked.
So,
that's what I think.
So it's funny you said that, because you actually led directly into my next prediction. And it was that Carapax is going to turn on Victoria Cord.
Okay.
I feel like at some point he is going to turn on her, and I don't think he'll kill her, but he is going to fuck her up. Like,
you ain't just finna keep laughing at me getting whooped by this beetle and then he gets killed.
Yeah, and be like, nah, dead that. Bop! Like he, you know what he gonna do? He gonna hit her with the chair. But no, that was that. So we can jump straight to my last one, and that is, as much as people as much as people want to believe that characters like Superman or Batman will show up in this to some extent or another, get that shit out your head right now. I know I said I think that Ted Kord and Booster Gold might show up, but here's the thing. Those two characters are more organically tied to Jaime than Superman or Batman. I think, we'll get references or mentions of them, as we already saw with the trailer. The trailer for Blue Beetle, the part where that everyone laughs at in the theater, where like, oh, Batman's a fascist. Like, we'll get shit like that. Like, there'll probably be a casual mention of Superman. There'll be like a casual mention of Metropolis and something related to Superman in some way, shape, form, or fashion. But I do not believe under any circumstances we will see Superman. Or, honestly, I don't think we'll see any of the other members of whatever Justice League, Justice Society, whatever, is going to exist in the DCU. And I know we just recently got the casting news about Mr. Terrific and Green Lantern and Hawk Girl. I don't think we're going to see them either. I think I feel like, and the reason why I say this is because this movie technically was being made before James Gunn took over. And the director himself has also said that James Gunn has not really interfered with anything he's done. Like, James Gunn let him just do his thing. Like, even though technically it was already done by the time James Gunn stepped on. But he hasn't tried to like make him change anything or do anything crazy, or whatever. But yeah, those are my predictions. Those are my predictions for Blue Beetle. Like I said, I'm not saying any of it is. I mean, they're my predictions. Obviously, I think there are things that can happen. But I want people to. I don't want people to think that these are things that I'm pulling out of my ass. These are educated guesses. So yeah, but like I said, next week, the movie will be out. Carter, you're gonna go see this, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna go see it. Carter's gonna go see it. We'll come back. We'll grade, like as we always do. We'll kind of grade whether or not we got it right. Yeah, we usually do. I think what was the one that we nailed 100? That we were 100%. That we were like literally batting 1,000.
Forever. Yeah, it was Wakanda Forever.
Oh yeah. Well, no, not just Wakanda Forever. I'm talking about a recent.
Okay,
one.
I was going. That's what I was going to say. I said there have been several.
Gotcha. Well, no, The Flash. We called The Flash 2. Yeah. That was like, I'm not gonna lie. That was a target-rich environment, but goddamn, we called that shit. Ooh, like even like parts.
I hate that. I fucking hate that. And you know how sad that is. Like, man, what movie was that? We got it down to a T. There have been several. That's bad.
It was like dozens, maybe. I don't know. And I'm going to say right now, if none of what, and this might be one that surprises me. Mm-hmm. This might be like, I don't expect to get everything right with those because I feel like this is going to be the most. Because here's the other thing. I said educated guesses. I'm also working off of like old DCU mentalities. So I could be wrong about a lot of what I'm saying. They could be going a completely different direction. Or it could just be the same old can of tuna we've been eating for the last 10, 15 years.
Okay, real quick. I want to read both of these back to back, and you can get your song out. Well, we got one 1999 super chat from Gabriel Knight saying Carter and Ernie need a shirt that says "Only Chairs."
Oh, yeah.
We got Malik Young. This is his first super chat for us, just dropping a 20 bomb.
Shit.
But this one right here from I think that's Ars Parks. We're giving another 1999 asking out of 5 chairs, what's your prediction rating on Blue Beetle?
I'm gonna give this. You know what? I'm gonna be ugly. I'm gonna give this 4.5 chairs. 4.5 chairs out of 5 chairs. I think this is gonna be. I think it's gonna be close. This will be close to perfection. As close to perfection as you could possibly get. And yeah. And you know what? I feel like this. I feel like this is gonna be the movie of our generation. I'm joking with that part, but no. But yeah, that. Also, by the way, here, let me. Good God. Thank you both for those 1999 super chats. Thank you for that. I'm only doing one because I'm dying here.
That's why I did them both, so you could just knock that one out real quick.
Yeah, I appreciate it, pimp. We got another one here. What's this? The Elite X1
with the hot and ready.
Ooh, man, dude. Speaking of, bro. Whew. Yesterday, got pizza.
Yeah.
Them hot and ready's hit different. Them hot and ready's hit different when you're hungry.
I'm gonna tell you something. I was hungry, but I didn't go the hot and ready route. I went Domino's.
Ooh, so that's what we almost did.
So here's the thing, and I'm so happy I made an account because it's for moments like this. I logged in there onto the website. I go to try to order my two for $6.99 so I can get a pizza and a sandwich, and completely forgot I had been sitting on a free pizza this whole time. Boy, I was good.
Dude.
Domino's is the clutch when you get one of them free pizzas. Oh my God.
Dude, let me tell you something. So what we did, and I'm gonna tell you how out of touch I am with Little Caesars. I was always of the belief that you just got like, oh, get a pepperoni, get a sausage, get a pizza or whatever the fuck they call it. It used to be a pizza, but now I think everyone just adopted meat lovers because whatever. Pizza Hut, or you get like a cheese pizza or some shit like that. I didn't know you could customize them shits like the way you want. And I was like, man,
the hot and readies.
Yeah, well, not the hot and raised, but like you could just order pizzas. Like I didn't,
that's what I say.
For whatever reason, I just never. No. Like I never, like I've always just associated Little Caesars with hot and readies. That like I've never just thought of just being able to say, "Hey, can I get a this?"
Gotcha.
Or can I get a that?
Yeah.
And I will tell you, don't ever try to reheat Little Caesars. But man, when you get them hot and readies, like when they just fresh out the oven. Chef's kiss.
Did you eat yours with ranch on it?
No. God, no.
That's so
God, no. Why? Why would why would you do that?
Okay, I'm gonna say this because Elite X1 put it in the chat, a hot and ready with some ranch. And white people I know here, they will get like I ordered pizza one day for everybody. Oh, thanks, Carter. Man, thanks for the pizza, bro. Do you want some ranch? And just all over the slice.
Oh my God. No, not at all. Okay, Elite X1, so getting back to that super chat, he brought up something that was always an issue for me on Arrow. So Mr. Terrific, here, I want to pull this up. Read that super chat for me while I pull this up, because I want to give this the attention that it fucking deserves.
So Mr. Terrific and Blue Beetle better not go from a fro to cornrows instantly whenever he suits up in like Arrow. Who was doing that hair? Wait. Time to suit up.
Yeah. Huh? Yeah. No. Okay. So I don't know if you remember. I don't know if you.
I don't remember because I was not watching Arrow to the point where Mr. Terrific showed.
Okay,
I thought he was just in Flash.
Okay, no. Okay, so check this out. When
that's so terrible.
So when you would see when you would see Mr. Terrific on the show, he typically would have his hair in like just natural. He'd have that shit natural. But then like whenever he would go into the suit, motherfucker would just have cornrows just for no good goddamn reason. Just apropos of nothing. Motherfucker would just have cornrows all of a sudden.
So I'll tell you why that's not going to happen. Ain't no damn way.
Exactly.
Ain't no. What is that?
Yeah, about that. Look, it would have waves. It is pullback too. I had so many questions about I had so many questions about Mr. Terrific on that show. It was
So let me tell you why you ain't got to worry about that. They don't do that for black characters anymore, but they give them fros or cornrows or anything like that because a lot of people used to complain about it. So all you finna see is what I have seen several times where there'd be video games, movies, TV shows. They're just gonna have the little Killmonger shit. They're just gonna have the twist. Maybe blonde, maybe not. But I'm sure that dude went from undercover brother to Lloyd.
Yeah, no, look at this shit. Look,
he look like he want to sing get it shawty. Like that's what he look like. He
yeah,
sing,
oh yeah,
bro.
no, 100%. But yeah, like he would have the fro 1 minute and then cornrows and I'm like, bro, come on now, you didn't do that shit that quick. You a lie if you say you did. You lie if you say you did. Look, is Superman braiding hair like that? Could you imagine if Superman was out here braiding hair, like with super speed? Barry Allen out here braiding hair. Come on now, get the fuck out of here with that shit. That was like. You say what you will about Arrow as a TV show, but of everything on that show that I thought was ridiculously stupid, that was the dumbest. That might have just been the dumbest. Look, right? They're like, look, say Hogwarts Legacy for the twist. Dude, no, like, look, you know what they did? Probably like Accio twists. There you go. Done. They had Tyler Perry provide the wig. Well, the messed up part was that was his hair. Like, that was his actual hair. Like, this is his walking around. Like, the actor who, I forget his name, but the actor who portrayed him, that's his normal walking around look. Scary. But, that said, Carter, let's move on to our next things. We kind of stayed on the one thing for a while, and we didn't really jump to next. We're not gonna spend a whole heap of lot of time on the rest of these, but these are more public service announcements. Maybe this next one not so much, but
didn't you tell me Mrs. Rifford was all about fair play?
Yes, you did.
What the fuck was fair about what you just showed me?
Not a goddamn thing. That shit was dumb. That shit was fucking dumb, is what that was. Carter, did you see the Spider-Man announcement this week?
Yes, I did. I saw the initial teaser, but didn't know what it was talking about because I didn't know what controversial Spidey story. And for a second, I thought it was more superior teasers, and it's getting annoying. But
oh no!
Then when I read the most recent issue of Amazing, I was like, oh, okay,
yeah, okay, so. Because they did actually have a thing at the end that kind of confirmed it. But yeah, so they were like, yeah, the most notorious Spider-Man story ever told is getting a sequel. That was basically this is the image from the Marvel Twitter account. So Carter, are you familiar with the story arc Spider-Man Reign?
I am. And a lot of people are really familiar because of one specific plot point in that book. I didn't realize so many people, even if they ain't never read a lick of Spider-Man, it's a lot of people that I have asked about it. Oh yeah, the book where so-and-so. I'm surprised. I couldn't be surprised from that fact or just Spider-Man but yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh yeah. No, so basically, for those who know what we're talking about, this is if somehow you do not know what we were talking about, Spider-Man Reign was the story arc where MJ was dead. She had died.
Spider-Man was old as dirt. This was a lot of people have touted Spider-Man Reign. That was actually, it was written and drawn by, and the reason I want to say this part is because it took me quite a long time to figure out how to say his first name properly. Kari Kyle Andrews.
Yes.
This was supposed to be the Dark Knight, I almost said Rises. Dark Knight Returns for Spider-Man.
Yes,
is what this book was touted as by several people.
It was very like hyper stylized. It was it had a look to it that just was not, you wouldn't associate it with Spider-Man.
Mm-hmm.
But the thing everyone took away from that fucking storyline was this right here. Let me, or actually, it was fine the way it was. It was fine the way it was. Is like, so right now he's having, I guess it's technically kind of like a hallucination. But he's like, oh God, I'm sorry. The doctors didn't understand how it happened. How you had been poisoned with radioactivity. How your body slowly became riddled with cancer. I did. I am filled with radioactive blood.
Which is a really pretty way of saying, I gave my wife cancer every time I put it on her.
Yep. He was like, and not just blood, every fluid.
That part.
Touching me, loving me.
Every fluid. Kari Kyle Andrews did not need to be there because we got it. We understood what it was implying.
It's like,
but
you can stop.
If y'all don't know, I'm talking about the semen too.
Yeah.
We got
his essence.
We got
it. his radioactive essence.
Every time. Yes, Frank Gleason. Well, Mary Jane wasn't saying no. She was probably screaming for the Lord, but didn't know she shouldn't have been doing that.
Right.
Every time
Peter. Spidey's potential kids.
The radioactive spider ski.
Ooh.
Every time this is gonna get very graphic. Every time Peter Parker bust deep inside Mary Jane, he was killing her in more ways than one.
I'm sorry. I never could take the story seriously just because of that. Because I had never read Spider-Man Reign before I heard about that. I think when did this come out? This came out in 2007. So I wasn't actively reading comics then, but I was still like hanging out with and talking to people who read comics. So like I heard about it secondhand. And from that moment forward, I was like, I don't need to see that. I don't need to read that.
Shout out to Sean Wesley in the chat saying, so she had a nut allergy.
Oh God. That about almost killed me. Right now.
Oh man, but yes, the story is
sex kills.
Yes. So, but if you could move past that part, it was supposed to be just this very dark.
Yes.
You have an old, decrepit Spider-Man who is still Spider-Man, but just emotionally just broken. And thank you, Gearless Mo, for that 1999 skeet. It's actually funny because when I saw that this book was announced, if any of you have seen me, like I said earlier in the show on the Discord, I actually posted the comics that I had gotten after last week's Blerd Cave, and funny enough, I had gotten 2 books of 2 of his indie books after he left Marvel. The last book he did for Marvel was actually an Iron Fist book, and this one's called Renato Jones. It's done in it's his art. That's why I knew what this was. That image you have up right now.
Here, pull that back up. I want to show that off a little bit here.
So you might not be able to fully get it just because of the screen right now, but Renato Jones.
There you go.
That's his image book. One thing about this book I think is actually pretty funny, which I think you should do for your book. Let me see if I can actually cut that screen shit off. I don't think I will be able to though.
Oh, I can see the comic.
No, I want to cut it off. Okay, but anyway.
Okay, yeah. I see what you're talking about. Yeah.
But there's one part. There's on the cover of these trades. You may not be able to see it right under his name. It says created, written, drawn, colored, and owned by Kari Kyle Andrews. You got to do that on yours when your book come out.
I don't. Oh yeah, no, 100%. I will.
I
will
thought that
totally
was a
do
very
that.
G-way night. It was done through Image while my camera is being fucking weird.
Oh damn.
But that's how I knew whose art it was as soon as I saw it, just because the interiors.
Mm-hmm. Oh, is it being weird? Oh, wait, did I lose Carter? There he is. Okay.
Yeah, it's being weird.
Okay, no, you're good.
No,
you're
I'm
good.
still here. How much did you lose me?
No. Oh,
I've been talking the whole time.
Oh, no. I heard you, but like there was a part where like when you had just kind of suddenly stopped for like a split second. So I thought it was me. I thought maybe I was like, oh shit. I immediately looked up like, did my internet go out? I said, did his go out? Did his power go out? Did my power go out? I was like, well, clearly my power didn't go out. My lights are still on. But
I think I'm good now. I think.
Oh yeah, shit! Yep.
You got me?
He back. Whoa. He back.
All right. So, Renato Jones.
Bam.
Yeah. Season 1. It's 2 trades. It's from Image. Really fun book. It's basically well, don't read that part, but this is the part I was talking about, Ernie.
Look at them cheeks. It's cheeks in the background.
Yeah, but you see, created, written, drawn. Like I think that'd be.
I like that. I like that. I like that.
Now, this is. Well, I'm not gonna say how much I spent on it. Don't worry about that part. But it's only 2 trades. It's from Image. It's really fun. The art is crazy. It's done in the way of like it's a TV show. That's why it's season 1, season 2, and he really went out of his way to do whatever he wanted in this book, because the premise of that book, and I promise we'll get right back to talking about Spider-Man, but the premise of that book is a rich person killing horrible rich people.
Mm-hmm.
That's the point. He's making the horrible rich people pay for what they do. But he was so like G with it. Like if you can see right here, Ernie, wealth, guilt, he'll be the judge of that.
Oh,
Renato Jones. He put his own ads in the book.
I like that. That's actually
just
pretty. That's slick.
People that he knew to just do fake ads for him and his book. So I say all that to say, I'm telling you all about that book just so you all can kind of look it up at your local comic store, pull it up on Google Images. You can see how stylized his art is, so that if you've never been introduced to his art before, it can kind of prepare you for what this sequel to Spider-Man Reign is going to be, because his art it's very, very different. Than I think what you all are accustomed to. You really have to give it a chance. You can, I don't know if this is how they teach because I don't know if this is how they teach people how to do art in Saskatchewan, because that's where he's from.
Okay, I didn't know he was from Saskatchewan.
Yeah, he's from Saskatchewan. So
yeah, if this tells you anything, this is a shot from. This is like I think not the last page of the first issue, but kind of close to it. That's Spidey just in his draws. Which I thought it was so weird because I was like, why is he floating? I was like, why is he floating? But
you see how that looks. It looks pretty good.
Yeah, it still looks good. Like it's not okay. So, and I was thinking about this while you were talking about his art style. I remember when we were talking about that Tim Drake Robin series.
Yeah.
And how nasty it looked. Like, okay, so while his style is weird, it's not off-putting the way that the Tim Drake Robin stuff was. Because that shit, I'm not gonna lie, did not hit for me. And I'm normally not a guy to harp on art. But I don't know. It just it struck me as odd. Struck me as odd.
But that's just to prepare you, because he does, and he actually said it in these trades. I'm actually really happy that I found these, because I had forgotten this book was a fucking thing, but they were both really, really good. He says that he tries to purposely be different than everybody else. He will do something on one book and then do something completely different on the other. But this book, or if you don't want to go indie and you don't want to go to Image,
Yeah.
Iron Fist: The Living Weapon is the book he did. It was during Marvel Now. If you want to
I remember
get
that.
if you want to get a better idea of his art, you really have to you have to give it a chance. And I think from just several books that you all have read, I think you didn't seen better, you've seen worse. But when it comes to Spider-Man Reign, when it comes to this sequel, I was shocked that this was going to be a thing, because just remembering Spider-Man Reign, it had a beginning, it had a middle, it had an end.
Right.
It was sad through several moments, especially with like Sandman and stuff. Like, oh my goodness! But it was one of those that it felt like didn't really need anything. Like I've always said that to people when they bring up The Last of Us 2 to me, and why I did not play The Last of Us 2, because I felt like the first one was beginning, it was a middle, and was an end. It didn't need a damn sequel.
No, not at all.
And so I don't know. It'll be interesting to see where he's going with this, because from what I got to read of it in the most recent Amazing Spider-Man issue, I don't know what's going on with this book, dog.
I tried to make heads or tails out of it. I just got confused.
Yeah, I don't know if it's going to be a sequel or it's just going to be a continuation of the first book. So we still have Old Man Peter, or is this not even Peter to begin with? A lot of people were trying to say that if you can pull that picture back up, you see Mary Jane.
Oh, wait, you talking about God, what was it? The one with the hospital bed?
Teaser.
No. The teaser. Yeah, I got you.
The teaser of it. So with this one, a lot of people were saying that was Mary Jane on his back, and he might actually still be losing his mind, maybe, or he's still distraught over what happened. A lot of people said that they think that might be Mary Jane. That might be a kid he didn't know they had, and that's just her hair through the mask. Who knows what's going to happen in this story?
Well, I mean, there's somebody on his back. Because if you actually take here's the actual like full image once they finally revealed what it was.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's her. So yeah, I honestly I have no idea what's going on here. We won't know until next year.
Yeah,
but
Lord,
it looks like it's going to be pretty wild. Yeah, whatever it is. So yeah, Spider-Man Reign 2 is coming, and I mean, presumably, I know like I feel like you're just based on like what you showed me from that 1%. I feel like maybe there might have been some love loss between him and Marvel at some point. So the fact that he's coming back and doing it at all is, I think, pretty cool. I think that's actually pretty cool. So,
I would tell people with this coming out in 2024, just to give you all a better like 2023, Chip Zdarsky's Spider-Man is coming out this year. Collected. Every Spider-Man story that he's done. And there's a lot of just from the heart, really fun, really uplifting Spider-Man stories that Chip Zdarsky has wrote. I would tell you to read that first to prepare yourself, because if this sequel to Spider-Man Reign is anything like the first one, you're gonna need some. We're gonna say Chip Zdarsky run was like Kid and Play. It was that happy rap. You're gonna need that happy rap before you go listen to the DMX that is Spider-Man Reign 2.
Oh my god, y'all ain't shit. By the way, I'm gonna say right now, I'm gonna put these together. Carter, you already read the one from Gearless Mo. I'm just putting up here just to show off. We got another here from Beta Boy TV. Says almost 100 more people here than likes. Support your Blerd Cave with a like. It's free. Goddamn right, it's free. It's free. Thank you so much for that. Yes, we do have a great number of people here. Yeah, can we get those likes up? We literally, it's. Come on. Bring it on up a little bit. Come on. Come on.
Real quick, Sean Wachowski, he's asking about the Renato Jones, saying that's hella clever and really engaging. Basically, he was I don't want to bring up anything Marvel or DC characters, but a little boy, he was raised to be Renato Jones, rich. He kills other rich people that do fucked up stuff. Like reading this, I realized when it took place. Think of it like him killing like the rich Harvey Weinsteins of the world and stuff like that.
Yeah. Okay. Gotcha. Yeah.
Yeah. So
like going after the real trash. You're Elon Musk.
Real. Exactly. What does he do with the money? Nothing. Nothing.
Like,
he's literally just using all that shit as a cover to get into the elite. These elite eyes wide shut parties, and then puts those people down and shit like that. So yeah, it was a dope book.
I've never read that. I'm gonna have to check that. I'm gonna have to check. I remember you told me about it last week, but yeah, I need to check that out. Real quick, I do want to say thank you also, blessing Beta Boy TV into the Blerd Club Diamond Mine. Welcome to Diamond Mine. To the homie Robo, which by the way, I didn't forget. Let me get a little. This is for both Gearless Mo and Beta Boy TV. Thank y'all so much for those 1999 super chats. Thank you for that. We appreciate those. My throat, my vocal cords do not, but I do personally. Myself, I do. Also, shout out to Listen 3000. I don't know if some of y'all may or may not know about this channel, Listen 3000, who are absolutely awesome. So they finally made a live stream. Hey, appreciate you showing up. I was actually on their live stream. This was time is a construct and an incredibly weird in and of itself. I feel like it was like 2 months ago, but it might have actually been 3 or 4 months ago. I don't rightfully remember exactly when. However, that said, if y'all have time, go check out Listen 3000. There's two talented brothers who do they got their own live stream where they talk about everything that's going on in like comic book movies, comic book TV shows, movies in general. And TV shows in general as well. But go check them out. They're awesome. They're great. Really just cool, down to earth dudes. So yeah, go over there. Go show them some love. Go show them some subs. Go hit those like buttons. Go check out the streams. Go check out the premieres. They do really good stuff. And I'm not just saying that because they're here. I would say that if they were not here.
I saw
true.
one of their live streams, and then they had a white woman show up, but it was like a big ass, it was like a thought bubble with a white woman in it while they were talking. Like you got them two trying to have a conversation about something, and then it was like a flashback sequence or something with this white woman pop up in this thought bubble. That shit was funny as hell.
Oh no, I love their stuff. They're great. Like so, yeah, go please go show them some love. They deserve it. We also got this is Landon 1195 here says, do you think Xavier will go back to his dream? Maybe. I kind of think eventually at some point he will. Right now, I think he's just very angry. I don't think he's angry at humanity, though. I think he's angry with just Orcus. I think it's just Orcus that he's pissed off at. I don't think he's mad at humanity. I think his dream will come back, but I think his dream might come back a little differently than some people may or may not remember. It's going to be tweaked. I think it's going to be tweaked.
What he's asking you, what he really trying to ask you, I don't think you read between the lines there. Will Xavier go back to his dream and everybody take their ass back to that school? That's what he asked.
Oh, hey, you never know, man. You never. Actually, speaking of, did you read Weapons of X this week? The Wolverine Ghost Rider.
Yes, apparently we going back to Wolverine Orphan Kids, huh?
Yeah, right. That dude was ready to put. That dude was literally ready to berserker barrage a kid. I was like, God Damn.
I just got rid of the hardcovers of Uncanny X-Force, and I guess he having flashbacks to telling Kid Apocalypse to where I just got to do this again, huh?
He's like, man, look, it is what it is.
You know, I thought that was Demon Bear the first time. I thought that was that damn Demon Bear the first time I read this.
Damn. No, it was good so far. It's a lot of flashback in the alpha issue.
It is
a lot of flashback because they actually, which I didn't expect them to do. They actually spent a lot of time making sure you knew who Ghost Rider was, just in case. Just in case you didn't know how Johnny Blaze became Ghost Rider, they're like, here you go. And they spent a lot of time to remind you Wolverine used to be a whole piece of shit back in the old Uncanny X-Men stuff. But no, we're gonna move on to the next thing here. Speaking of X-Men is getting a new editor. New editor. I saw Bill, one of our stalwart chatters, every Blerd Cave pretty much. Bill was asking about this earlier, and I have a lot of questions about this. So for those that do not know, so right now, the person who's currently in charge, I think is Jordan D. White, I believe, is currently the one who is over X-Men right now. They are going to be exiting towards the end of this year. No, next year. They're still going to like carry out all their stuff. I think this change isn't going to happen immediately, but probably around 2024, probably beginning or middle, maybe towards the end of 2024, Jordan D. White is going to back away, and Tom Brevoort is going to come over and be over all the X-Men stuff. Now, this doesn't mean he's going to be like, and I think this is something I think people are going to kind of miss. He's not going to be like overall making the stories that people are going to be reading. He's just going to be the person who is overseeing these stories, making sure that they make sense and don't contradict things or have mistakes, which, to be fair, I don't envy that job because comics still have mistakes to this day. What I find funny about it is because even under Jordan D. White's tenure, which, to be fair, is the House of X era, I still always laugh when I go back and read Jonathan Hickman's X-Men, because it's in that run where Hickman forgot that Sync could always mimic the powers of people who weren't mutants. Like, he tried to make it seem like it was some recent development, but like, I literally can point you to the comic where Sync was mimicking Spider-Man's powers, and Spider-Man is not a mutant. So there you have it. Unless they plan on changing some shit here soon. Yeah, we got Kamala Khan's been changed, so you never know. Maybe Spider-Man. Maybe that's why the Skeet killed Mary Jane. I don't know. Is that mutant Skeet?
Did he ever write X books?
Tom Brevoort?
Yeah,
I think he did at one point.
Okay, I don't know why that's in my head. I swear he's written an X book or two.
I could be wrong.
Could be wrong too, but I feel like I've seen his name on books that he's done.
I mean, so by my recollection, I'm trying to see if I can actually pull up his bibliography here, because I like what I know him as is as an editor. I don't really.
Okay. I might be thinking about somebody else then.
I don't know him as like a creative, like the way that I would know a Jonathan Hickman or an Al Ewing or like a Jim Lee or something like that.
Okay.
But yeah, that's apparently as a he does have writing credits. I couldn't tell you what he wrote, not off the top of my head. Gotcha. But that said, the big deal is this going to change anything? Probably.
Yeah.
Considering that Jordan D. White said that his plans run into 2024, as far as what he's overseeing, yeah, I think the whole arc of X, like House of X, Dawn of X, Reign of X, Destiny of X, Fall of X, and then whatever comes after that, which will probably be like Return of X or Rise of X or something like that, some craziness. I think once all that is done, that is when Tom Brevoort will come in. Will the X-Men go back to the mansion? Probably at that point. But to be fair, this show's been going since 2019. So at this point, it's 2023. I wouldn't be terribly surprised if they decided to go back to what worked, especially because if you think about it, when we get around to that time frame, that is closer to when you could realistically start expecting to start hearing rumblings about X-Men stuff in the MCU. And we all know that whenever like a superhero has a movie coming out, doesn't matter if it's Marvel or DC, the status quo is usually returned to in some way, shape, form, or fashion to have that parody. Case in point, Falcon, who by the time that Falcon and the Winter Soldier had come out, was no longer Captain America. Wasn't even trying to be Captain America. But by the time that show was over, Marvel was already gearing him back up to be Captain America again in the comics. So, yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if, when we start hearing rumblings or get closer to having actual X-Men in the MCU, they get to the point where we're like, all right, cool, get the motherfuckers back in the mansion because we got to get these books. People are going to want to see it one way or expect it to be one way, and we're going to do it this way in the comics, and we want it to be, or then we're going to do it this one way in the movie, so we kind of want the comics to have a little bit of crosstalk.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't think it's going to be a bad thing per se. Right now, Tom Brevoort is over Avengers, if I'm not mistaken. Which, to be fair, I think I think he's doing Avengers and Fantastic Four. Maybe. Either way, point of the matter is, I'm fine with that. He's an editor. While he does have some creative control, the writers and the artists still at the end of the day are the ones who are really, really, really telling the story. So I don't think it's as big a deal as people are going to make it out to be. Now, if there's any one thing he could control, is how many books are active.
Yeah.
That's the part I'm curious about, because I've said this before. I feel there are way too many fucking X-Men comics right now. I liked it when we only had like 5 or 6, because that was even then too much. Even that was too much. But me personally,
yeah,
I feel like, yeah, you can have an X title. You can have an Uncanny X-Men. You can have a regular X-Men if you want. But once you start... Well, I mean, once you start getting to where you've got like, okay, let's see. What are the active titles right now? You've got Astonishing Iceman, which is a spinoff. You got Betsy Braddock, Captain Britain, which I think might have just wrapped up, so we're not going to count that one. We got Children of the Vault as a miniseries, so I won't technically count those. Most of the ones, they're like miniseries. But like the ones that are like actively going, you've got X-Men, you've got Immortal X-Men, you've got X-Force, you got X-Men Red. Let's see. Try to think of one of the other ones. Realm of X, I don't know if it's going to be an ongoing or not. And New Mutants has technically been doing like some weird shit lately, so I don't know. But that said, yeah, I feel like you need to pull that shit, rein that shit back in. You've also, I forgot Wolverine. So you got Wolverine running right now too. So, so yeah, I feel like you need to bottle that shit up a little bit. Don't have so many X books running all at once. Yeah, you can still have your X Forces and X Factors, whatever.
How many would you want?
Honestly, I think 4 or 5 for me is the magic number. And I'm including miniseries in that. Like, don't have a bunch of random miniseries just popping off like left and right. It's like, oh my God, I forgot Uncanny Spider-Man is about to be a thing too. So we got that coming up. And it's like, God damn, dude, y'all are. And I say this as a guy who is terminally dialed in and reads everything. So Uncanny Avengers. We got Uncanny Avengers coming up. So yeah, I think honestly, 4 or 5 books. Honestly, I think 4 ongoings is enough. 4 ongoings in the X line is enough. If you want to have X-Men, if you want to have X-Force, X-Factor, and maybe like a 4th random X-Team book, whatever, that's fine. Solo series, I won't harp on too much. But like when it's like shit that you know is like directly tied to the main X line, it's like, come on, man. Like, what are you doing? We got this, plus we got crossovers. Come on, man. Like, what are you doing? I get it. It's a licensed print money, but stop.
You sound like all those people that get sick of Marvel doing all these events fast as shit, and they keep telling them to slow down, and they don't. And they keep pumping out these events.
Dude, they keep ramping up.
Which keep ruining other ongoing series.
Dude,
now they got to tie into that.
Did you see what started this past week, right? Contest of Chaos. Contest of Chaos is going right now. It just started this past week. That's the one with Agatha Harkness. The one where she's making all the Marvel characters fight each other. Yeah, because it started with Spider-Man Annual #1, I believe it was.
This is why I'm happy. I'm just the only one I consistently read is X-Force and Wolverine. That's what I'm.
Yeah, that's. And honestly, you're probably better for it. You're probably better for it. If I'm being brutally honest. Speaking as a person who, like I said, I am terminally dialed in. So I have a very unique perspective.
Mm-hmm.
I literally read every book when it comes out. I think the only books I don't actively read from the X-Men line were, it was mostly like Excalibur was the only one back then that I wasn't reading like regularly, but I still read it. Yeah. I still read it. Like, even though I talk a lot of shit, but I still read it. Which is why I could talk shit about it. X-Corp. I could talk shit about X-Corp. You wanna know why? Because I fucking read it.
I'm gonna say, and I think that's the problem with a lot of not everyone here that's watching, not everyone that's listening, but several will just complain about some shit because it's not what they wanted. There was I'll tell you about it after the show, but like,
oh yeah.
This is why I can clown the Amazing Spider-Man so much, because I read it. Yeah, just like the episode, the Spider-Man episode that will not be named.
Yeah, he read it. He actually read it.
Nick Spencer run. I read that entire thing.
Yeah,
I have reason to clown this stuff.
There's a difference. There's a difference between clowning something with no context and clowning something when you have context. Remember when I forget who it was? Someone got mad at us for clowning My Adventures with Superman, but at no point did they take into consideration that I said I liked the show because I have seen the show. It's like, just because I watched, like, it's like, you know what? I'm gonna give that shit oxygen. What I will give oxygen, what I will actually give oxygen to, is Chi-Town Dan, the Nice Kid King, this $2 super chat. Says Xavier needs to take a chair to humanity. See, if the X-Men had chairs at the Hellfire Gala, Nimrod wouldn't have shit on him like he did.
What if Night Thrasher, instead of a skateboard, it was a chair with wheels on it?
Bruh, I would holler. I would holler. Yeah, I like I said, I know a lot of people probably think that I'm being like, you know, cranky. Oh, it's cranky Blerd on the porch yelling at the kids with his cane pointed at the sky about, you know, X-Men stuff. That's not what it is. It's just okay, so when I go on Comixology each week and I look at my tally of comics, I get sad. Especially when like shit like not Secret, but Ultimate Invasion comes out, which is like, I think those are usually like $5 or $6 or something like that. And then you get like to all the other stuff. Like Jonathan Hickman be asking too much sometimes. I'm like, man,
you
look, you need to calm
feel
down.
sad about comics right now for no other reason than you having to read 82 Night Terror tie-ins a week. That's what you sad about.
That's
you got to go through 63 books every Tuesday. That's crazy.
Look,
That's why you fucked up right now.
Yeah. Oh no. And I think the last video I did for Night Terrors, I even said it. I said, look, y'all, I'm just gonna read the core book because honestly, I'm gonna tell you what's happening. If you go back and read those tie-ins, there's nothing of importance that's happening in any of them, except for like maybe 2. Most of them don't matter. They're just filler. Like,
well, because y'all bug him, he got to sit there and read 42 books at midnight. As soon as Comixology refreshes at midnight Tuesday, he has to go through 93 Night Terror books.
It's like,
that's just like, dog.
Look, 157 Night Terrors books were released in the span of 24 hours.
Dex saying it's only 2 hours of reading at midnight. That Comixology don't refresh every fucking book. Sometimes you got to wait late in the day.
Yeah,
2 hours worth of reading. That's just 4 Night Terror tie-ins. He still got 72 more to read that day.
Oh,
y'all
100%.
Y'all got it. Y'all see, a lot of y'all don't math properly. That's what the problem is.
Look,
that's what the problem is.
Look, let me tell you something. I don't like reading for 2 hours straight. I get tired. Like, I'd be like, oh, man. This is why I listen to audiobooks so much. Like, because I don't like reading. Like, I read so many comics, it has actually made me not like reading regular books. If that tells you anything about me as a person. What is this right here? It says, says Carter. That's why Carter loves Hellfire Gala.
But you know what? I don't care about that super chat right now because I'm actually pissed off at Dex right now. It's only 2 hours of reading. That 2 hours is 14 books Ernie has read right then and still has 32 more to go. Come on, man.
And that's 8 more X-Men books.
We are human beings, dog.
That's
human beings.
That's 8 X-Men books on top of them 87, 88 Night Terrors books. Just saying, man. Just saying. That said, let's get to our last thing. And then Carter, this one is actually specifically for you. So I kind of want to see your thoughts on this.
You're gonna get mad at my opinion, but go ahead.
Oh, wait a minute.
No, you're gonna laugh at my opinion on this. Go ahead.
Oh, okay. All right. I'm here for it, man. I'm always here for it. So, for those that don't know, this week we also got some other news. There was a lot of announcements of comics. I know some people probably want to know my opinion about the Thanos announcement. It's an announcement. I'm more interested in who is going to be in the book as opposed to Thanos. But we're getting a new Sentry, y'all. We're getting a new Sentry. The was it the Golden Guardian of Good?
That's singular though. We're getting Sentries.
Yeah, we're getting Sentries. Actually, so basically, this is Marvel giving us the tournament arc. So basically, so check this out. The official blurb for this is, who will be the new Sentry? The Sentry is dead, but ordinary people all over the world are suddenly manifesting his powers and experiencing snippets of Bob Reynolds' memories. So, the part that I thought was most interesting about this, I said, is, but not everyone can be trusted with such responsibility, sparking a violent conflict to control the Sentry's legacy. Will one of them survive long enough to emerge as the new Sentry, or will their newfound power destroy them? When Misty Knight and Jessica Jones cross paths in search of answers, they open an investigation that will change everything you think you know about the Sentry. Carter, thoughts?
I don't care. I'm finna be real mean. I'm finna be real mean right now. I'm finna say something that's really gonna get me in trouble and have your boy Beta Boy having a whole stream dedicated to why I'm a sexist pig.
Uh-oh.
The woman on the front is probably gonna is probably going to be the new Sentry because girls rock. Everybody, we're gonna have a book with multiple Sentries.
Yes,
I like what the Elite X1 just said. This is Reign of the Superman all over again, set in Marvel.
Yeah. Basically, this is actually their version of Reign of the Superman. It really is.
So here's what I thought. I thought because do you know the last time we actually see the Sentry?
Like alive?
Mm-hmm.
Wasn't that in King in Black?
Okay. Do you remember the last time we saw? Okay, so that's what you remember. Him getting broke off that first issue. Okay.
Yeah.
He showed up again, but it was just his spirit in the afterlife.
Yeah, that was in the Valkyrie. Which I think, correct me if I'm wrong, was that not a tie-in to King in Black?
Yes and no.
Like there was like I'm not saying that the series as a whole was, but like when he was showing up, wasn't that
in the sense of Sentry was in it because he got offed in King.
Right.
So
there was another one.
Okay.
He showed up in Strange.
Okay. So yes and no.
He was dead. It was his zombified corpse.
It was his corpse, right?
Yeah.
Sentry himself, Bob Reynolds. The last time we see him was actually in the Valkyrie book. He had made peace with himself. He is now in the upper room.
Mm-hmm.
He did show up in that Jed McKay book, but it was his body that had 100 million souls in it.
Yeah. Like 100 million angry souls or something like that.
Yeah, that then got gotten by Clea and Doctor Strange because they fusion danced.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought, okay, after the Valkyrie stuff, they finally gonna put him to bed. Maybe wait on a new writer to come along. Nope, we bringing his corpse back. I don't know why Jed McKay thought that would be a good thing that could move the plot forward on the Strange book. Because I thought the Strange book was good without the need of the fucking Sentry. But now, bruh, I can guarantee you at some point, the reason there's going to be conflict in this book is because it's several different people that have the power of the Sentry, which means there are going to be several different people, even though that part was gotten rid of.
Yeah,
there are going to be several people with not only the memories of Robert Reynolds, but they're going to have the void in there as well.
Yeah,
even though again, Mr. Carruthers and lovely viewership, listenership, that shit been gotten rid of.
Right.
They have been
separated. Yeah.
Separate. Right.
Mm-hmm.
But you got to have conflict. What other way are you going to have conflict with the Sentry if you can't have the fucking void? It's probably going to go to the wrong person.
Yeah.
Kind of like how that Infinity Stones event that several people don't remember.
Yeah.
When what's that
Star.
brother's name?
Oh,
no.
Yeah. Go ahead. Yeah.
What's the brother's name that we used to laugh at on all the Netflix shows?
Oh, it was Turk Baird. He got one of them.
Having a fucking Infinity Stone.
Well, no. Okay, so what I was thinking about Star because they remember when so after that they did the whole deal where they had living Infinity Stones and Star became the Reality Stone personified. And they did this whole deal where they kind of tried to figure out whether or not she was going to be a hero or a villain, if she was going to change her ways. And they kind of left her ambiguous at the end of her series where she kind of turned good, but she kind of turned bad at the same time. But I'm going to tell you what I think is happening here. Now, I find, yes, Reign of the Supermen. Definitely. That's what's going on here. However, you know what else I saw?
What's that?
And that's just because like it's out now. It kind of felt like Ambassadors. Like just random regular people becoming superheroes all of a sudden. But in this case, it's not because they were chosen by an organization. But what I will say is I'm gonna tell you what I think is actually gonna happen here.
Okay.
I think, yes, you are correct. I think, yeah, they're gonna have all these people are gonna have the power, though they do pretty much heavily imply it's gonna come down to only one of them having it.
Mm-hmm.
But I think whoever does get it, while I do think the woman on the front is a likely candidate, she could also be a red herring.
Yeah.
Now, that said, I think two things are going to happen here. Yes, one person is going to walk away with the power of the Sentry, but I also think someone's going to walk away with the power of just the Void. Like, there's going to be someone who's going to become the Void, and there's going to be someone who's going to become the Sentry. That's what I think is going to happen with this. And then and honestly, they might surprise us. Maybe the worst person will become Sentry, and maybe the best person of the group will become the Void. It'll be some kind of
that's gonna be a last panel reveal that we ain't never gonna see nothing about.
Oh yeah, no. Like no. You're right. We're there. It'll never be addressed. It'll never be addressed again. Kind of like what was it? What was that? Before this, the last Sentry series. Have they addressed anything from the ending of that book ever since?
Yes, but I'm not shocked that you don't know, and that actually goes in with what Tubes the One just asked in the chat. What are the odds? What are the odds Sentry's old sidekick gets that power and loses it?
Okay, there you go.
But no, I'm gonna tell you why that won't work.
Okay,
because of the book you just asked me about. That was Jeff Lemire writing a Sentry book. It was in 2018, went 5 issues. That sidekick died in that book.
Shit, I forgot about that.
Yeah. So what ended up happening with the Sentry, just to give you all an update, because what Ernie's referencing is basically the Sentry and the Void merge and are just one complete thing now. It changed his suit to red and black. That got addressed in Annihilation Scourge.
Oh, okay. That makes sense. Because I don't think I finished Annihilation Scourge.
Long and short of it, they got split again. The Void ended up controlling the Cancerverse. Nova became involved with it. They put Rob and the Void back together so that Rob could take control of the Void and stop the Annihilation stuff that the Cancerverse was doing. That never worked because the Void was never actually in control. The Void was basically a red herring in the Cancerverse. Nova comes in, blue blazers, Dick Ryder, saves the day.
So I'm gonna tell you. So Robo actually said something pretty sound in this, and I actually agree with it. He was saying like he hopes the woman on the front is the one who actually becomes the Void, and that's actually what I would want. I would want her to become the Void because we don't really have a lot of badass female villains in Marvel Comics. Not like on the same level that we have like dudes. Like we have some, but like
do we?
Not really. I mean, none that
I was saying I can't take a shit.
Yeah, I mean, Agatha Harkness, but she's not really a bad guy. She's an antagonist. She's not really a villain. She's not like some of y'all may have seen there was a short I think I did not too long ago where I talked about like what if Jean Grey had kept the Dark Phoenix, and that was something that like that was one of the things I talked about. Like she could have been like the biggest bad, because you think about it, Madeline Pryor no longer a bad guy. The Goblin Queen is no longer an X-Men big bad.
I think the only bad woman we have right now is Selene. I'm happy you said Madeline Pryor. I just thought
Selene.
It's Selene.
That's it. As far as like women go in the Marvel Comics universe, as far as big bads go, there's not really that many. Not to leap out at me.
Damn, who did DC have that's not Amanda? Well, no, Amanda Waller ain't even a big bad.
No.
God damn, who did DC have? We got to be real nasty and pull old characters just to talk about like bad female characters, like Marvel. Lady Deathstrike is evil, even though she ain't been in the book Lord knows how long.
Yeah. Tube said Madam Hydra, and that's about it.
Damn, I thought Madam Hydra got in the Nick Spencer stuff.
No, she's still, well, she showed up in X-Men Green.
Okay. And that's
Or no,
that's
no,
the
no, no, no,
digital
no, 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 no,
exclusive
no, 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 no. I'm misremembering. I'm misremembering. That was Viper. Well, I guess I don't know. It depends because sometimes, yeah. Anyway,
Fun fact. Since I just brought up Selene, what I did not know. Did you know that Hydra Cap, who, contrary to popular belief, is the real Steve Rogers?
Yes, he is the real Steve.
Got killed in the Ta-Nehisi Coates run.
Mm-hmm.
Did not know he had gotten killed by Selene.
Mm-hmm.
Selene melted him.
Yep, clapped his
him.
cheeks.
Motherfucker melted, saying "Hell Hydra."
Mm-hmm. Clapped his cheeks.
You didn't kill Captain America. You come over to Krakoa, and you almost got by the motherfucker that's simping for Hope Summers, right?
Mm-hmm.
Exodus almost broke you off.
Well, no, here's the thing. Hope clapped her cheeks in the first, second, I think it was second issue of Immortal X-Men. And that heifer stayed gone for a while until just now.
Oh.
But yeah, so yeah,
these power levels drip, man.
And X is about to be a whole problem. This dude about to get premium faith.
Oh yeah.
This dude about to be he's gonna be onslaught here in a little bit.
So that boy got a desert full of motherfuckers that's just looking at him like, now what? It's over with.
That man got a coalition of the willing following him. This man literally is Moses and the goddamn burning bush. This man literally like let my people go. That's what Exodus right now is saying right now. Walking in the desert, just like he got 2 tablets. And he humming them old Negro spirituals. He just that's gonna be Exodus next time we see him. I promise you. But yeah, we don't really get. Oh, Bill did bring up one. Clea's mom.
Okay.
Clea's mom. Umar the Unforgivable. I forgot about her. But I mean, but even she isn't a big bad, like on the same level as like other characters. Like we don't have a lot of female, I know a lot of people get angry because every superhero gets turned into a woman at some point, but like female Loki is probably one of the only like super duper mega big bads that we had at a time for like a while. And yeah, I misremember Madam Hydra, Viper, they are one and the same. Let's see. Aw, that's so sweet. Actually, here. Thank you for actually putting that in front of me. I almost missed it. Here it is. Actually, the cool part was, I highlighted, but it did go up a little bit. But I do want to say real quick, excuse me, y'all. Excuse me. We've got a really we actually got a really heartfelt chat here I want to address right quick. Actually, thank you, Robo, for shooting this my way, because I did almost miss it. Oh, wait, hold on, let me go here. This would actually make it easier to see. There it is. So, Creed Fan Forever says, Blerd Without Fear. Ernie, this is Jason's mom. My family and I would like to thank you and Carter now that my son is free of cancer. As a parent, I want to say that my daughter, Sarah, and her younger brother, Jason, have been fans of you and Carter. Thank you so much for that. And also, first off, we got to hit the bomb for that.
Yeah, we got to drop a bomb for that one, man.
Yeah. Look, let me tell you something. That is beating cancer is, you want to talk about like a fight, like a really difficult, a very, I can't think of any other word than harrowing type of fight, like something that is just literally going to sit on you as you go through it. That is like, I've literally watched people go through it, and cancer is probably one of the most short of racism, one of the greatest evils in this world. That's not even like a thing you can, point at a specific person for. Like, but yeah, that just hearing that actually warms my fucking heart. Thank you so much for that. And like I said, cancer free. I pray that is something that never again. I hope they never have to deal with that ever again. And thank you so much for those kind words. And yeah, that, like I said, that actually that literally reached out and touched a brother's heart. So thank you for that. And I hope that both Jason and Jason, the whole fam, I hope y'all are celebrating your asses off right now. Just celebrate, because that is no small feat. That is something to be proud.
Pop some bottles, pop some Capri Sun for the cheering.
Yes.
Pop some Sunny D, some Hawaiian Punch.
Yes.
Or what? Now, y'all might have to save some money. Go get some Red Pops and just make it rain. Or just get the Fagos out.
Yeah. Everybody.
Y'all might get called ICP fans. Yeah, just go to the Hawaiian Punch. Just go to the blue Hawaiian Punch.
Do they still make jungle juice? They still make jungle juice? They probably don't make jungle juice.
I should be asking you. You still in Memphis?
I don't ever see it up here. Oh yeah, you gonna find no jungle juice over there. But no, not that. But that said, thank you so much for that. I guess at this point, let's go ahead and just get into our. Our recommendations. I'm gonna try and be real quick with mine because technically I don't have any specific things that came out this week.
Yeah.
However, I do want to show off some things I just recently picked up.
Okay.
I'm going to take the one here just for a moment.
Yeah.
So, we've got...
they came in.
Yeah. So, I want to be able to... Here, let's move this out of the way a little bit. There you go. So, we got... This is Invincible Hardcover Compendium 1, as you can see. Very good. Look, this boy thick. This boy is... It's thick.
I'm really going to end up trying to get that thing. I know I am.
Here is the second one.
Oh, that looks so clean.
Yeah, here I'm gonna just move it just for the sake of showing.
Oh, that hardcover looks fire, and I already got it.
Yeah, this just this is 48 This is 48 issues.
Yeah, it's literally the compendiums issue ones just in a hardcover, which
48 and 48.
Yeah, I really want to get that.
Also, got this bad boy. New X-Men Grant Morrison. Also, I really like this cover. I love this cover because it is I don't know. It's got hip hop album all over it. Also, I love, you can't really see it here, but right here at the very top, let me see if I can cover this up a little bit so you can see it. Maybe you can see it just a little bit better. But like right here, stop doing the light thing. Maybe. I don't know. I don't think you'll be able to see it, but it says RIP Homo sapiens 33,000 BC 2005 AD. But those are my recommendations. Go read Invincible and go read New X-Men. Actually, I often tell people that if you want premium X-Men, like if you're a person who's like, man, I'm so out of touch with X-Men, I don't know what's been going on. I have often said that the X-Men run you should always start with is Grant Morrison's. And I stand by that now more than ever, just because just about everything that's going on in X-Men right now, you can go back to New X-Men and be like, that's where that started. Or here's where this comes from. This is a New X-Men reference. This is a Grant Morrison X-Men reference. It's awesome. I love that series. It's weird. It definitely gets weird in some spots, and there are some things that didn't age particularly well. But I still love it. It's still a good series. Still a good series.
Nope.
But that said, what do you got for a recommendation?
Nothing specific. I would just recommend you all go read something that you would never give a chance otherwise. Something that you have been looking at, but you were just like, oh, I don't know. That was one of the things I was doing last week when I went into the comic shop after the cave. That's how I got those 2 trades of Renato Jones that we ended up talking about.
Mm-hmm.
That's how I also got some Young Animal. Mother Panic.
Yeah, Mother Panic.
I was able to find this. There's one more trade I gotta find, but I gotta get that one online. I'm happy I found that. But yeah, that's the whole thing. Mine, like I said, real quick, just read some shit that kind of caught your eye, but you didn't really know for sure. That's how you become fans of new things, man. Go read something different. Go read something different. Get out of your safe zone real quick.
Oh, here I want to read this one real quick.
Okay.
Here we go. One says, Blerd here. Thank you. My husband and I will be taking the kids shopping for school clothes tomorrow. My son is nervous about his return to school because he feels embarrassed because of the years of chemo have left him skinny. So here's the thing. Tell him don't even trip on that. Don't even trip on that.
Not at all.
Because you know what? Regardless, he is still here.
Mm-hmm.
And you know what? And if any kid, I don't know what grade, but if any kid has the audacity, the temerity, the unmitigated gall to try to clown your son because they had to go through chemotherapy to save their life. First, I'm going to go tell you right now, I don't casually like saying that certain children are going to hell, but whomever's child is that ugly to try and poke fun at him for being a cancer survivor, they deserve to go to hell, straight up and down. There's a special place in hell for all of them folks. But no, just don't keep his head held high. Don't let anything, don't let any of those thoughts or whatever get into his head. Don't, like, honestly, sometimes you just gotta, it's easier said than done, but sometimes you just gotta do your own thing, be in your lane, do you, be like honestly, he has nothing to be ashamed for. Nothing to be ashamed for at all. Period in the story. I hope that I hope that none of those things, none of those fears, I hope none of those come into fruition for him. And honestly, I don't think they will. Just tell him to do him. He's gonna be good. And more importantly, if someone tries to get him some static about it, tell him Blerd Without Fear said, fuck them haters. And that's that. Damn right. He says he's a walking plus ultra. You goddamn right. Goddamn right. Now. Let's see. This is like, I guess I will answer this just because this is less I feel like because this one's kind of obvious. It's not that people are trying to make the white sword an external. It's that he is an external. It's literally like the first stitch of dialogue you see when he is first introduced. He is literally referred to as an external. This isn't something that people are making up. It's because it actually is the case. And if for whatever reason, if for whatever reason you do not believe me, because you don't have to take my word for it. But if for whatever reason you are not a believer in the white sword being an external, I have proof that is in fact the case. So Carter, did you remember X-Men 14, right?
You gonna have to be a little bit more specific than that. Which
Well,
talking
about Hickman's. Talking about Hickman's.
Okay.
Yeah, no, I only say that just because it's right here. Like literally, it's right here. Our greatest healer, external, immortal, the White Sword, resurrected his 100 champions every morning and then rode out to slaughter a menthy demons. Right there, he's an external. So it's not that anyone was making this shit up. This is what it is. But that said, moving on along.
Lightning round of questions.
Lightning round of questions. Oh, we got to do Discord too. We got to do Discord. There, get rid of that. Bam.
I can get rid of Robos because we already talked about it.
All right. Let's see here. All right. So we got one here from Urban Prince of Strong South. Says, Blerd and Carter, is it time for Magneto to return in Fall of X? No. Honestly, save him. Let Joseph have some shine for a little bit. We got Joseph back. We don't need we don't need Max Eisenhart right now. Let that man spend some time with his daughter in the upper room. I don't know, Carter, you have an opinion?
With it being the fall, I wouldn't mind seeing him.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know what way they would bring him back that I wouldn't think would be like ridiculous or something. Or it's kind of like pulling something out your ass.
I think with everything going on right now, I think he just needs to stay dead for a little bit. Like after all this Orcus shit is over, sure, but yeah.
I'd rather Apocalypse. I'd much rather Apocalypse.
Yeah, Apocalypse you will see very soon. Because of what's going on with X-Men Red. We will definitely see him soon. Let's see. Kudoma says, with everything that's happened to Charles Xavier, do you think we will get a darker version of him unlike we've ever seen, where he just starts killing people, or do you get to a point where you have another onslaught if he is left unchecked?
They've already done onslaught already, so I don't think they'll go back to that again this soon, because that was literally one of the
that was Way of X.
That was Way of X. So they've already done that, and that was Legion and Nightcrawler that got him the hell up out of here. So I don't think they'll go to that well, and I think at this point he's just too distraught. So I don't think we're gonna get a darker version right now. He's too Marvin's Room right now. He too sad. He is too. He needs love and happiness played on repeat right now.
Well, I mean, look at the last thing, or not the last thing we saw him say, but like one of the last things that we saw him say at the Hellfire Gala was he was telling Rogue, he was like, go avenge him. Go avenge the X-Men. Avenge mutant kind. So that's Charles. That's the dream out the window. So yeah, right now Charles thinks he killed all of mutant kind damn near. So yeah, he's in a bad place. Now, when he realizes that's not the case, then I think we'll be fine. As far as where mutants are right now, they haven't said, but I'm pretty sure that if Charles can't detect them, then they're probably not on Earth. They're probably somewhere in Otherworld, most likely. Now that said, we got one from Trap God Thanos, which I love that name, by the way. Says, good evening, Blerd and Carter. I was wondering if you were still reading the current Miles Morales book. It has everything people say they want out of Amazing Spider-Man, and the art is fire. Miles just did a Mortal Kombat X-ray on Hobgoblin and kicked his ribs. Keep up the great work, you too. Yeah, actually, I'm still reading Miles. I've been meaning to do videos on it, but excuse me, when with everything that have been going on lately with X-Men and how long those videos have, because I don't know if I've talked about, I think I've mentioned it casually in videos, but like almost every time now, because like they released Hellfire Gala, which was like a 80 something page comic. You had X-Men 25 come out almost immediately after.
I feel so just terrible for you. An 85 page comic with the 85 Night Terror tie-ins you just read a day prior. Like, Jesus.
Yeah, it's a lot, man. It's a lot. X-Men 25 was, how many pages was X-Men 25? I don't remember, but it was a fairly decent sized issue. I'm double checking myself on that, but yeah, that was, let's see here. I mean, it wasn't super huge, but it wasn't the standard 22 pages that you normally get. But that said, time. I have, like, right now, y'all almost got a different video than the TMNT Last Ronin video. Because before the announcement, I had just recorded videos for the ambassadors. I had recorded a video for Superman Annual #1, and I recorded a video for something else. Oh, Spider-Man Annual #1 as well. So yeah, I did 2 annual books, and oh god, and the ambassadors. So yeah, but then that, and I was like, oh well, I'll just push those to the back. I'll do this one first. But there you have it. We got another one here. But that's it. Yeah, book is great. Yeah, Miles Morales, Spider-Man's great. Cody Ziegler's killing it over there. But yeah, that said, we've got another one here from the Elite X1. Says, Ernie and Carter, I know neither of you, or a lot of us, have been able to get your hands on Godhood Comics The Antagonist, but having seen some of the pages, or some of the page freebies and previews they've dropped on their social media sites, and their collaboration with Diamond Previews World, do you have any plans to cover their books if you can get a hold of them? I probably will.
I'd be down for it.
Yeah, I probably will, most likely. Now they have that deal with Diamond, I probably will try and see if I can score one somewhere. Preferably if they got like a hardcover, I would get that too. So, because it looks cool. I liked what I've seen so far.
I didn't know the thing until it got posted in the Discord. But yeah,
Elite X1 had posted it, I believe. We got another one. This will be the last one from the Discord. We'll save the next one for next week. We got one. Oh shit! Hold on. Can you read this one, Carter? Because I gotta take a swig of some water. I am parched.
We got one from Big Boy 71 saying, "Good afternoon, my fellow Blerd Coens, Ernie and Carter. Have y'all read the Grayson run by Tom King and Tim Seeley that came out about 9 years ago? It's Dick Grayson getting his James Bond and Ethan Hunt on. I picked up the first volume at my local Ollie's bargain store, and I'm about to dig in. One of your thoughts? Oh Jesus Christ! How'd the cooking go after the last Blerd Cave? Keep those likes trending in the right direction, motherfuckers. Okay, first part. Yes, I have read Grayson. That was actually the reason I actually went to the comic shop that I went to after last week's cave, is because I was actually looking to go pick that up, but they had ended up selling it to somebody like a day before. Yes, I have read it. I really, really enjoyed that book. That was one of the books that introduced me to Tom King. And that was one of the books that anytime people like to bring up Superior Spider-Man with me or other things like that, that was a book that I really liked the growth, and it was something different with someone we knew. I like that spy shit with Dick Grayson. Yeah.
No, Grayson was good. I liked it. Not to mention, I feel like when you're fucking with Tim Seeley, usually in for a good time.
And then you got Tom King and Tim Seeley on one book.
That's nasty. That's honestly, I'm sorry. That should never be allowed. Like, I loved it, but that should never be allowed again because that's not fair. That's not fair. Tom King and Tim Seeley on one book. No, not fair. Everyone else can go home. Go home. You know what it, not the same style of story, mind you, but like I loved it for the same reasons that I loved Matt Fraction's Hawkeye, because it was just seeing a character that I'm used to seeing one way, but seeing them in a different way. So yeah, that's why that book hits. So yeah, anyone else, if you've never read Grayson,
the omnibus, there is an omnibus for it, just for people that might want to get it that route instead of trying to hunt down trades or something like that. It is an omnibus form. That's probably what I'm going to end up doing for it. But that's why I haven't read any of the Nightwing stuff, because I don't want to read the Nightwing stuff. I kind of wanted him to go back to Spiral and all those shenanigans. So yeah. Grayson was really good. But yes, motherfucker, how did the cooking go?
Oh, it went great. It went fantastic. So what we did, we did Western pork steaks. Is what we did. Went fantastic. I will say there were some shenanigans at first, because this just goes to the grill itself, getting the grill lit, because it had rained, and so or was trying to rain rather, and ended up having to move the grill. The wind was also working against me, because every time I was trying to light the grill, the wind would blow, and it was just making it was just weird. And the coals weren't trying to catch, and just it was a weird fucking day. But that said, it's we got another couple of weeks. I might just go ahead and do it this next time I get some money. I'm just go ahead and get a new grill. I was trying to hold out for when the season was over, so I could get like a cheap ass fucking grill, like a good grill, but like for dirt ass cheap. But I think I'm just gonna go ahead and break down and do it, because I'm kind of tired of fucking with coals. But no, it went great, went fantastic. We did the pork steaks, which were fucking delicious. I seasoned them up like super good. It was just the right amount. It was just because there were a couple of times my wife, Cynthia, she couldn't really fuck with too much of it. She loved it, but she couldn't eat too much of it because she doesn't do well with anything that's even remotely spicy. Like if it's got a little too much pepper in it, she's fucked up. Like it legitimately makes her like start like coughing, and like, I think she's like allergic to pepper or something. I don't know. Point of the matter is, it worked out great. We threw some smoked sausages on too. Cooked up some rice. Got some some vegetables and everything. Like we just kind of did it up. It was fantastic. It was great. I enjoyed it. Everyone else enjoyed it. Leftovers was getting ate on the reg, so I know that I did something half-ass right. That said, let's jump over to the chat. We're gonna answer some questions in the chat.
Got two.
Oh, you got two?
Yeah, I got two good ones. This is actually a really good one from Jerome. What do Marvel and DC need to learn to do better from one another in terms of comics, animated, and live action? What could they learn from each other?
Ooh, okay. Yeah. Well,
see,
one thing they could learn. Well, okay, I tell you what they could do. I think DC could learn from Marvel in terms of just not. What's the best way to put this? Oh, I'm trying to think of a good way to put this without sounding ugly as hell. If we were talking about like their movie divisions, then I would say having a cohesive, interconnected universe that, and I feel like James Gunn is going to bring this to them, so this may be something we don't have to worry too much about. But not worrying that the audience isn't smart enough to figure out what you're doing. And I kind of feel like they're getting in that direction. Like, they're starting to realize, oh, having a cohesive universe actually works. Having the same actors play the characters on TV and the movies and in the video games is something you probably should do. Might work out for you. I also think that DC could learn from Marvel just in that sometimes you need to let having more than one super team that people think about. Like when you think about Marvel has more than one superhero team you think about. When you think about Marvel, you don't just think Avengers. That's not the only thing you think of. You think, oh, X-Men. Yeah, X-Men. They're a thing. When you think about DC, I mean, yeah, you got the Teen Titans. And technically you have the Justice Society, but I mean, most people just kind of default to Justice League. Like, that's it. Like, that's the team. And you don't really have anything else that's as comparable to, like, an X-Men, like what Marvel has. And, like, focusing on more than just one character. Like, I like Batman as much as the next guy, but not every book needs to be Batman. You know what I mean? As far as Marvel goes, I think Marvel could learn to pare down their comics. Not have so many series running concurrently. Kind of like what DC does. Well, yeah, DC does have a shit ton of Night Terrors tie-ins right now. For the most part, DC doesn't release a whole heap of a lot of books on the regular. I think Marvel could learn to pare some of that down a little bit. And also, I feel like DC has really done well with the Dawn of DC initiative. I feel like for the most part, that initiative has really done very well. And I honestly feel like DC has always done very well when it comes to starting over. I feel like they start over too much, though. And kind of going back to Marvel, I wish when Marvel did introduce, like, I'm not saying Marvel should do this, but I do feel like a continuity reset wouldn't be the worst thing Marvel could do. Like, if you want to keep readers, like, I'm not saying they kind of tried to do it with Marvel Ultimate, but personally, I feel like Marvel Ultimate didn't work. And honestly, that shit has aged like milk. That shit has aged like fucking milk. You go back and read, because I've gone back and read some of those Ultimate comics because of Ultimate Invasion. No. Ultimate ain't it. So yeah, there's that. What was the other one you had?
So this is one from Scott Fitzgerald saying, with the strikes and other delays, do you think it's a wrap from Mahershala Ali playing Blade? And do you think they'll recast or maybe even scrap the project? Is the MCU in bigger trouble than we think?
Yeah, I think, yeah, because Mahershala Ali was already kind of open about the fact that he didn't like all the delays were happening. I think this one he might make an exception for because of the nature of the strike and what it did and why this time it's being held up. But I will say, anyone who said that they were getting superhero fatigue, yeah, well, you just got your cure for it. I see a couple that are further back that I want to get to because they got in early.
Okay, I thought you may have wanted to go to those super chats real quick.
Well, we'll do those too. We're gonna do those too.
Gotcha.
We're gonna get everything. We're gonna get everybody. Everybody's gonna get got. But I want to get these real quick because I don't want to lose these either. It says this one is from Bill. It says, why isn't Mutant Kind's multiversal queer couple hearing the alarm bells that a fall of X is happening? Rachel oversees all events in the Ascani record, while Irene only foresees some of them. So here's the thing. I personally feel like, while yes, those things are important, sometimes writers have to ignore certain shit, otherwise their stories won't work. It's kind of like how whenever there was like a big event, they always kept characters like Blue Marvel in the background because even Monica Rambeau, they actually specifically wrote a story, I think it was called No Road Home, to kind of take Monica Rambeau off the table for a little bit. Because if she were present during events like Absolute Carnage and King in Black, one page. Monica Rambeau could have ended Null in one page. Blue Marvel probably could have ended Null in one page. You have to take these characters off. Like, hell, what was it? Civil War 2, they took Hulk off the table. Because what was the event that came after Civil War 2? Trying to remember. There was something, but whatever it was, if Hulk was there, it would have been over. So you kind of have to write certain characters out or just pretend they don't exist for a little bit, because it happens. There are lots of instances where certain characters, if they're present, then there's no threat. And it's not to say that that makes those characters bad. It just means those characters are just so powerful that, yeah, you'd have to come up with even more ridiculous villains. And then at that point, you're just making it harder for all the other heroes that aren't as powerful. So yeah, it's one of those things that I'm not defending it, but I'm just saying that it's just kind of one of those things. It is what it is at this point. YTube Noob says, is it wrong to feel like Annihilation Scourge was a missed opportunity? Cancerverse came back, but Xandarian Worldmind didn't, despite having taken over in Nova Volume 7. Just my bias, to be fair. No, it's not unfair. It's not unfair. I didn't finish Annihilation Scourge, as I said earlier, but and largely because, well, honestly, it was just a lot of shit going on at the time. But I do definitely feel like you could have taken that opportunity to do some other things. Now, to be fair, I kind of like what Nova is doing right now. Working with Storm. Like, he's like, you know how we always talk about, man, where are the Avengers when the X-Men need their help? When the Avengers need help, the X-Men come running. But when the Avengers are getting pieced up, when the X-Men are getting pieced up, the Avengers are out to lunch. They in the back room. They do it what we used to do at GameStop. But like, oh, yeah. Let me go check, see if this is in stock. Go to the back room, sit back there for 10 minutes, and then come back out. That's what the Avengers do when the X-Men need help. Now, granted, that's changing. But I always like the idea of Richard Rider, Dick Rider, mind you, being like, nah, this affects all of us. I'm going in. I like that mentality. And I like that Captain America is having that mentality now more often. But yeah, it's crazy. It's wild. But anyway, I know we have already gone off 3 hours, so we got one more regular question, and then we will move on to super chats. Let's see here. I'm trying to see if there was another one. I saw another one that had question in front of it, but I might have lost it. Maybe. I don't know. We'll have to look and see. If not, if I don't find one, we'll just move on. Looking. Oh, here. How'd I miss it? Oh, because it wasn't in caps. But yeah, here you go. Question. This from Detrick Morgan says, have you guys ever watched The Misfits of Demon Academy? And if so, what'd you think of it? I have not watched. Oh, there you go. That settles it. I have not heard of it, but I will look this up and check it out. It sounds intriguing. Let's go to... We got a super chat here from LP3 says, I asked this question months back and it's still hard to answer. What writer in the lead right now? Right now, I'm edging Jed MacKay, but there's truly some amazing work being done this year. Oh, man. Honestly, it's close. Jed MacKay is killing it right now. He's kind of the guy to beat. Jed MacKay, Al Ewing, Kieran Gillen, James Tynan,
I put Ben Percy in there.
Yeah, no, Benjamin Percy, definitely. Ben Percy's in there. And Steve Orlando's been his Marauders got a little dicey after that first arc, but he's killing it elsewhere. So I won't begrudge him that. Man, dude, yeah, there are a lot of hitters right now. And I know some people aren't gonna like me saying this, but Kelly Thompson had the most epic run of Captain Marvel, 50 issues. And every one of them was good. So there's that. What else? Cy Spurrier. Dude, Cy Spurrier's been killing it. But that's no surprise to anybody. I'm gonna tell you who's a shoe-in for despite entering the game late. Evel Ewing. Because that Black Panther is pretty fire. We're only 2 issues in, so it's early, but I'm a huge fan of Evel Ewing, so I have faith that this is. I think her run is going to be talked about for a while. I think people are going to be talking about it for a while. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if her run became that run that inspired future adaptations of Black Panther. I'll put it that way. Let's see here. We've also got Gillis Mo with the 20 says, Blerd, should we send him a Beat Cancer console? Whoa! Bruh. Look.
Can his parents go get the boy some clothes first before we worry about console? Can they go get his Dickies and his collar shirts before they worry about video games?
Look, I'm not saying we can't. Not saying we can't. However, what I will say is, so here's what we'll do. Here's what we can do. Because I'm not gonna stop Mr. Motor from doing his thing. If he wants to do it, I'm perfectly fine with it. I don't think there's anything wrong with it. I would like for them to reach out to me. If they are in fact interested, interested parties. And yeah, but I tell you what, and you know what, I can do this because, hold on, I'm gonna take this off because I don't want anything to show up when I do this. I'm trying to say I'm gonna go back and I'm gonna pull up their chat, because I want to make sure that we are also A, giving it to the right person, B, someone's not trying to scam and ride off of somebody else, because we have seen that happen. So what I'm gonna do, because I have a way to reach them and them alone, and we'll go from there. That's what we'll do. Let's see here. But yeah, Jonathan, just stay in touch with you. You know how to get a hold of me. You just stay in touch with me. We'll go from there. We've also got Landis says, what do you think the status quo is after fall? After fall, status quo is going to be them on the come up. I think we're going to see Orcus on the back foot, or at the very least, they're not going to the mansion right away, but I think we'll definitely see Orcus's plan, the real plan, and the X-Men coming together to fight back against it is what I think is going to happen. Because I've said this before, they don't give a fuck about humanity, because they have willy-nilly killed humans without even so much as batting an eyelash. And we know that Nimrod and Omega Sentinel are angling for machine supremacy. So That will definitely be a thing. Landon also says, do you think Kara or Connor should have been the one to take over for Clark when he was on Warworld instead of John? I would have liked to have seen Connor, don't get me wrong. And I think Kara would have done just as well, too. However, oh, my wife is so sweet. And actually reaffirmed to me how long we've been together. Jesus Christ, 13 years. By the way, everyone, this is my, not wedding anniversary. My wife and I have been together for 13 years now. So that is wild. We've been married for 8, but together for 13. And also, to answer the question, I think Jonathan was fine. It is a lot of people with the S on their chest running around right now, though. It is a lot of motherfuckers with the S on their chest. That's kind of confusing sometimes. But I would have liked it if Connor would have gotten a fair shake. Because I feel like Connor doesn't really get a fair shake very often. They're like, nah. Young Justice is all you get. But we got this one here says, who would you say is the Dick Grayson of the Superman family? From what I've seen, most people say it's either Kara or Jimmy. As far as like the Dick Grayson of
Olsen?
it, like, nah, not Jimmy Olsen. I wouldn't give it to Jimmy Olsen. I would say honestly,
no.
I would say honestly, I would probably say Kara. If I'm being brutally honest, but you could easily say Connor as well. But I feel like Kara she's been around longer. She's also dealt with her own fair share of fuckery as well. So I
still need to read that Tom King book of hers too.
Yeah. Woman of Tomorrow. It was lit. Let's see here. I am going to say that is the show because we are in fact quite over.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. I missed one. I did miss one. I knew there was something I missed. John Battle. I was not expecting to see the new X-Men team get it at the gala before the first mission. Damn you, Nimrod. Second, you brothers make my Saturday worth getting out of bed before 1 p.m. Thank you both for keeping it real. Thanks. Hey, I wouldn't get out of bed before 1 p.m. if not for this either, so I don't blame you. But I appreciate you. Thank you so much for that, and I hate that we almost missed that. That said, I got nothing, Carter. You?
Nothing.
Okay. Well, you know what? I think that is a fair assessment. Thank you, everyone, for the chats, the super chats, the love, the patrons, the channel members, all the support. If you have not checked out my video for TMNT, The Last Ronin, go do that right now. It's on the channel. It's been up since yesterday. Go show that video some love. I got some other videos coming soon. I'll be working on those the rest of this weekend. And yeah, Carter, are you doing anything in the Discord this weekend? Or
I might continue. Might. You know what? I'm not even gonna say that either.
Oh yeah,
y'all will know if y'all see me in there. You just gotta keep your eyes open.
Yeah, just tag everyone. If you wanna, if you're doing anything. That said, I thought about doing something in the Discord this weekend, but I might wait. The only announcement I make is during the month of October, because I am a huge horror movie fan. I may or may not watch some horror movies in the Discord and share them with the community. That's all I will say on that. Anyway, that said, thank you so much for Carter Presents. I'm the Blerd Without Fear. And Nimrod, you can go to hell.